This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
From John Rada Stadium at beautiful historic Henley Field here in downtown Lakeland, Florida, welcome to Florida Southern College Baseball. Today, the wrap-up of a three-game series between the longtime rivals, the Florida Southern College Mocs and the University of Tampa Spartans, as we will have two 9-inning baseball games here on this beautiful field. Hello again, everyone. I'm Jim Henderson. Carl Van Gelder is the producer. Sitting to my right here, Clay Rowe from the Mocs Sports Information Department will join us as our analyst throughout the course of today's doubleheader, and we are happy that you were here with us, because if you were here last night, you saw what really was one of the great college baseball games of the season. Unfortunately for the Mocs, they did lose it. They lost it 5-4 in 10 innings to the Spartans. It was the type of game that you would expect to see from two of the top 25 teams in the country. The Mocs are currently ranked 19th in the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association most recent poll last week. Now, the Mocs since have lost twice, so that might be in jeopardy. Tampa right now is the number 2 team in the nation behind North Greenville, and also tops in the South region, the Baseball Writers Association South region poll. The Mocs were tied for third with West Georgia behind Tampa and Montevallo from the Gulf South Conference heading into play this weekend. So we'll have to see where that goes. The Mocs having lost to Indiana University of Pennsylvania here on Wednesday, and then losing that heartbreaker here last night 5-4 to the University of Tampa. And really, really a great game. And unfortunately for the Mocs, they had a chance to win. In fact, they had chances throughout the game to get that thing done. But the big time came in the ninth. The Mocs had a 4-3 lead entering the ninth, but Tampa got one in the ninth and then pushed across one in the 10th, both against Colin Kammerig, to win the game against the Mocs. Now, the Mocs had leads in this game of 2-1, 3-1, and that 4-3 lead before that late Tampa rally. Bryce Saprowicz hit a 2-run homer in the game, his 6th in 4 games this season. Connor Berry had a 2-run homer, also his 6th in the 4th. Berry and Cavanaugh had RBI singles earlier in the game. And Tampa wound up out-hitting the Mocs 11-7 in that game. We talked a lot about in the pregame yesterday about how both of these teams really hit the baseball. They came in with plus 300 team batting averages. In fact, right now, Tampa's is at 327 and Florida Southern's at 315. Well, the Mocs did not get a lot of hits yesterday against Michael Paul and his replacement, Braden Nelson, both of whom, by the way, the Mocs have seen plenty of times in the past. It was Paul's 4th appearance and Nelson's 4th appearance against the Mocs. But they just couldn't get that big hit when they needed it. But they did have a chance, even having said that, to win the game. And they almost got the big hit from Jeff LaCourie when he hit a rocket to right center field in the ninth, maybe to win this thing on a walk-off fashion. And the ball was caught by Jordan Layla in center field, right center, just to the right of the 405 mark. And I think when the ball left the bat here, I think everybody in the stands and on the field, except for one guy, thought it was gone. I mean, the Mocs were celebrating. Tampa was looking, oh, my gosh. But Jordan Layla kept his eye on it, and he made a great catch against the right center field wall. And, maybe, and, it's hard to say, but maybe it took a little steam out of the Mocs. I think they were walking off and going home, and all of a sudden they weren't, but it was a great play by Lala. And, again, it typifies what we saw here yesterday. We saw a catch by Jeff LaCourie of the Mocs at first base on a line drive that I still wonder how he didn't tear his rotator cuff trying to catch it, because the ball literally turned him around when he caught it, because he was not playing deep. He was not playing his normal first base spot. He was playing up even with the bag, and it was a bullet, and I mean a bullet, where he snagged it and then did a complete 360 to hold on to it. Again, it was a marvelous play, and we saw that kind of stuff throughout the game here last night. Again, befitting what we have here, two of the top Division II baseball teams in the country. But today for the Mocs is sort of a retribution day. I know they feel like that they should have won here last night. They had it. It looked like they had it, and then they didn't. And it's just one of those things that happens when you play a team the caliber of Tampa. Tampa is, as we mentioned, the number 2 team in the country behind North Greenville, and the Mocs currently ranked, as we said, 19th, and we certainly hope they can hang on to that. And I'll tell you this, if they win these two, I would think they're going to hang on to it. They may even go up a little bit more as a result of doing that. Now, last year these two teams played, and the Mocs did win 2 out of 3 over at Sam Bailey Field at the University of Tampa campus, and it was a great series over there, but it was just a real Herculean effort by both clubs here last night. I mean, Nate Madej, the starter for the Mocs, just gutted his way through 7 innings. I mean, he really did a great job. 3 hits, 7 runs, a walk, 7 Ks, pitched just as hard as he could for as long as he could to try to give his team a chance to win the game. And, I mean, it was a gutty performance, to say the least. He was the first Moc pitcher this season to throw 7 innings in a game. Now, we'll see whether or not that trend continues here today. The Mocs will throw Eric McAtee here in Game 1 this afternoon, and he has had a great start to his season for Florida Southern. Tampa's got a good one going, too. Eli Thurman, the big lefty, is the Sunshine State Conference's leading earned run average performer now at 1.39, so the Mocs will definitely have a challenge coming up against this really, really good pitcher for the University of Tampa. So this ought to be a real good one here this afternoon, and again, we will have probably, I would guess, anywhere from 30 to 40-minute break between games, and then we will have Game 2 here this afternoon. So a long afternoon of baseball here at beautiful Henley Field in downtown Lakeland, and if you're in the area, anywhere in the area, and I mean anywhere in the Tampa Bay area, because we're going to be here a while, just come on over. I mean, you can't do better in Division II college baseball than what we saw here last night and what we will probably again see here this afternoon. These two teams are really, really good teams, hit the ball, and they had decent pitching. And Tampa's a little bit better than decent. Mocs pitching has been good at times and then some not so good other times. But what I think you see when these two teams go at it, you're going to see the best in college baseball. So we're looking forward to the game here this afternoon in Game 1, and then we'll get Game 2 going here at Henley Field. The crowd is still coming in. This is homecoming weekend at Florida Southern, and we had a great alumni gathering here last night. Got a chance to talk to a couple of Mocs who played on national championship teams here. Chris Leach was on, and we had Terry Cassine on as well. Today we're going to have the Mocs Director of Athletic Development, Chris Story, going to join us around the 4th inning here in Game 1, because he's one of the guys and probably the lead guy that set this whole thing up. And it was really a great night to see all of these guys back here. The Mocs were honoring the 1978 and 1988 national champion teams. And the crowd was good. It was loud. And give Tampa some credit. They brought some people over, and it was just a really, really great night for college baseball. Well, we see the Mocs are heading out onto the field. They are being introduced here. Once they get out there, we'll have the national anthem. We'll get you the Tampa lineup, and we will have Division II college baseball at its best coming up right here at Henley Field in downtown Lakeland. And we're going to have, as we mentioned, these two games, and the Mocs will not play again here for a week or two. They will be on the road next weekend at St. Leo. So, and in fact, one of the early times here now that the Mocs actually have a little bit of a break this week. They don't play until next Friday night after this doubleheader. So they probably need it because it's been a real strenuous grind here of playing non-conference opponents as well as two conference series, this being the second. The Mocs have a lot of conference series to go. Let me remember, in the Sunshine State Conference, you play 30 games. You play 10 teams 3 times each, some home and some away. Well, time now for our national anthem. And with the playing of our national anthem, that means we are almost ready for Mocs baseball here. Let's get to the starting lineup for the visitors here. The University of Tampa, Jordan Layla will lead it off. He is the center fielder. The second baseman is Drew Earhart. Shortstop J.D. Urso bats in the number 3 position. And then comes the first baseman, E.J. Doskow. The catcher, Santiago Garavito, will hit in the 5 hole. The right fielder, E.J. Cumbo, bats 6th. Third baseman, Anthony Nunez, bats 7th. The designated hitter for the Spartans is Luis Rodriguez. He will bat 8th. And the left fielder here in game 1 is Nick Saladino, and he will be in the number 9 spot. And as we mentioned, the pitcher is Eli Thurman, and we will talk about him when the Spartans go into the field. Let's set that mock defense for you. We're going to have Jeff LaCourie playing at first, Mitch D'Onofrio at second, Jevin Relaford at short, and Sean Riley around at third. In the outfield, Bryce Safrowich will be in left, Deontay Starks in center, and Ahmad Fitz getting the start today here in right for the Mocs. Behind the plate is Drew Cavanaugh, and on the mound is Eric McAtee. McAtee, a 2-2 overall record, a 2.35 earned run average, and that puts him in the conversation in the Sunshine State Conference as the 3rd best earned run average. So far this season, he has been in 5 games. He has had 4 starts. He's pitched 23 innings, given up 19 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 8 walks, and 30 strikeouts in those 23 innings. Opposing hitters batting .218 against Eric McAtee, and that is the 7th best total in the Sunshine State Conference. So McAtee is the Mocs' number 2 starter behind Nathan Madej, and he is going to be called on here this afternoon to try to help the Mocs even this series at 1 and set up that 3rd and final game later on here this afternoon. We were concerned about weather, but I don't think we're concerned anymore. Weather looks pretty good here right now. You know, at one point earlier in the week, they were talking about a 90% chance of rain here. Man, I don't see it. You know, it's a little more cloudy than usual, but there's sun's out, and it looks like we're going to be just fine. And, of course, when I say that, we won't be, but it looks like right now we're going to be just fine for baseball. So here is Jordan Layla, 346 batter with 16 driven in. He was 1 for 6 yesterday, but he had 4 putouts in the outfield, and, of course, it was his big play on LaCourie that made the Mocs go from exhilaration to despondency just like that. And McAtee's first pitch will come in just a shade high. 1 ball and no strikes, and our game here is underway. Sit back, relax, and enjoy some Florida Southern College baseball at its best against their longtime rivals, the University of Tampa Spartans. 1-0 pitch by McAtee looked good, but comes in a little high. It's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes here on Layla. Drew Earhart on deck, and then J.D. Urso to follow. 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch by McAtee. That was a good one, 2-1. Fastball on the outside corner to the left-handed hitter. Yeah, Layla made a great play last night. I mean, truthfully, I think he was the only guy in the park that thought the ball was going to stay in. I'm serious when I say that. Everyone thought that thing was gone. 2-1 pitches, swung on and missed. And now it's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. McAtee works from the stretch, and usually from the first base side of the rubber. 2-2, low, 3-2. Tried the curveball, and Kavanaugh knocked it down. So it's a full count now on Layla. Game just underway. McAtee to the belt. And our first payoff pitch of the afternoon about to be made. Fouled out of play, and we will have our second one coming up. Game just underway. Crowd starting to file in. Again, we've got a lot of parents here as part of Alumni Weekend. Should be a really, really good afternoon of baseball. Full count. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Ball 4 high. And Layla draws the walk to open the game. So here is Drew Earhart. Layla this season has 15 stolen bases in 17 tries. And we're early in the game here. So let's see if he's off to the races. Pitch by McAtee, and he's not going. It's the ball. Now he's going. There's the throw down. They're going to get him. Punched him out. Great throw by Kavanaugh. You could see it coming from here. Kavanaugh to the second baseman, D'Onofrio, and Layla is punched out for only the 3rd time this season. Kavanaugh made that happen because of a tremendous block of the ball. He kept it in front of him, and he just threw a bullet. Clay, you can't do any better than that.
I agree. They're kind of stopped a wild pitch situation that could have been an advancement there, but great job there by Kavanaugh. And I think this goes to say what we mentioned a couple of times. Lance Necro has said on a couple of occasions that he feels bringing in Drew Kavanaugh is the best catcher that he's had in his tenure here at Florida Southern. And I think we've seen that. And that will stay fair.
Hard shot down the line and left, going to go to the wall. Earhart's going to round first on his way to second. And he will be there with a stand-up double. So that play at second base looks even bigger right now. You know, I'm going to talk a little bit about Earhart here throughout the game. I did find some numbers on him. And, Clay, he's one of these rare guys. This is his 6th season of playing Tampa Spartan baseball. And he's up there in all kinds of numbers that I'll talk about here in a minute. But we don't see 6-year players hardly anywhere in college sports anywhere.
Yeah, the only one I can maybe think of Florida Southern-wise would be Jacob Schneier, to be honest.
That's true, yeah. I remember that. That's right.
But
that's right.
Besides that, man, that's impressive. And, you know, definitely a good run there. And with kind of a normalcy of, you know, I say normalcy of in terms of eligibility years. I don't think we'll see that again. Yeah,
of course. And, of course, with baseball, so many options now with the portal.
Oh, yeah.
With getting drafted and things. I mean, this is really something. Well, he's at second now with 1 gone. And this is J.D. Urso. And a high chopper down the line in third is foul. And it's 2 strikes near on the Spartan shortstop. He's a .375 batter. 2 homers and 29 runs driven in. Second in the league in RBIs of those 29. He also leads in doubles with 12. Son of the head coach, Joe Urso. No balls and 2 strikes. Earhart leads away, and the pitch is lined in the left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. They're going to stop Earhart at third, as the ball is thrown back in. And on at first with a single is J.D. Urso, first and third with one away. So right away, the Mocs in a little bit of trouble here as that second-ranked Spartan hitting attack is showing itself. E.J. Doskow coming up, a .361 batter with 5 homers and 17 driven in. Only 1 of 6 yesterday. Mocs did a good job on him. Outstanding first baseman, tied for 4th in the league in total putouts. Mocs are looking for a double play. Let's see if Urso wants to go here. He's already leaning towards second. Not going. First pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. Urso this season with only 2 steals in 3 attempts. LaCourie holds him on. Not going again, and the pitch is swung on and missed on a good curveball by McAtee. And it's 1-1 now on Doskow. McAtee to the belt, runners lead away. Long look, runner going, pitch is hit in the air down the line and right. Fitz is coming over. He will make the catch. The runner at third is going to tag, and he will come in to score, and the Spartans will take a 1-0 lead. But an outstanding play in right field by Ahmad Fitz. We saw Riley make one of those last night, Clay, and this one was tough to make as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you saw J.D. Urso kind of take off a little bit, had to recover it back, but a great job there by Fitz to make up that ground. We've talked quite a bit about how wide these fields are, and that was going to stay fair regardless,
yep.
But still just a great run. Good to kind of keep his body forward instead of maybe like a sideways kind of dive thing, but a great job to keep his body forward, keep an eye on the field. Tag up was going to happen anyways, but that's okay.
Throw over to first to keep Urso close. Yeah, Fitz has not played a lot recently, and boy, to be called on to make a play like that right away when you get out there for the first time. Well, the ball always finds you, it seems like. Pitch is high for a ball, and it's 1-0 here on Santiago Garavito, the catcher, a .342 batter with 2 homers and 12 driven in. 1 for 3 yesterday with a couple of RBIs, and he got him on a sac fly and a hit batsman. McAtee set. That's a curveball, and he got hit again. That's a curveball that didn't curve. And Garavito goes to first, and that puts Urso in scoring position at second base. So here's E.J. Combo. Combo, a .412 batter, leading hitter on this Spartan team. 3 homers and 19 driven in. 2 for 5 yesterday with an RBI. He's 8th in the conference with that average. And an early big spot here for Eric McAtee and the Mocs. Urso at second, Garavito at first, but 2 are away. Pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. And it just feels like McAtee is upstairs with that fastball a little bit. 1 ball, no strikes here on Combo. High, 2-0. Combo in his 101st career game here for the Spartans. .369 lifetime hitter. 2-0 pitch. Looked good and is on the curveball, 2-1. Urso at second, Garavito at first. 2 gone. Top of the first, 1 in. Pitch by McAtee will be inside, 3-1. 3-1 on E.J. Combo. McAtee to the belt. Long look to second. Still another look. And the pitch. Good. Fastball outside corner. Full count. So with a full count and 2 out, runners are off with a pitch here. An early big pitch here in the game. McAtee delivers and swung on and missed. Got him for strike 3. Big strikeout for Eric McAtee and the Mocs in the first. The Spartans get a hit, or a run rather, on a couple of base hits, and they are going to leave 2 runners on. We'll get you the Mocs starting lineup when we come back here. It's 1-0 Spartans on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Here's the batting order for the Mocs as they get set to come up here in the bottom of the first inning. Jeff LaCoury, the first baseman, will lead it off. He'll be followed by the right fielder, Ahmad Fitz, and then the catcher, Drew Cavanaugh. Left fielder, Bryce Saperwich, will hit in the cleanup spot, the designated hitter, and the number 5 hole is Connor Berry. Second baseman, Mitch D'Onofrio, will hit 6th. The third baseman, Sean Riley, is the 7th batter. The center fielder, Deontay Starks, bats 8th. And the shortstop, Jevin Rellerford, will bat 9th. That is the order for Mocs head coach Lance Necro. Setting the defense for the Spartans, E.J. Doskow will be at first. Drew Earhart at second. J.D. Urso at short, and Anthony Nunez is around at third. In the outfield, Nico Saladino gets a start in left field here in Game 1. Jordan Lala is in center, and E.J. Cumbo is in right. Santiago Garavito is behind the plate, and on the mound is Eli Thurman. Big right-hander. Making the start here today. He is a 3-0 record and a league-leading 1.39 earned run average. This will be his 7th appearance. All starts, 32 and a third innings, 20 hits, 8 runs, only 5 earned, 7 walks, 26 strikeouts, and opponent's batting average 175. Clay, this guy looks like he's pretty good. Throw down, and we're ready to go with LaCoury. LaCoury comes in at 343 with 8 homers and 31 runs driven in. Very unusual day for Jeff yesterday. Had his 16-game hitting streak snapped, but it wasn't his fault because that one ball looked like it was going to go. That's for sure. He was 0 for 4 with a walk and a strikeout. He had been on fire prior to that. And it's interesting, against Tampa, he is only 4 of 20 in his career. Pitches low for a ball, 1-0. Has scored 5 times against the Spartans. And a swing and a miss on a good curveball. It's 1-1. LaCoury, Fitz, and Cavanaugh, bottom of the first. Tampa leads it 1-0. Pitch is hit high in the air, down the line and right. Maybe playable by Cumbo. I think it will be in foul territory. He'll wrap it up for out number 1. So to bring up Ahmad Fitz. Fitz comes in 182 for the season with 4 runs driven in. Again, he has not played all that much. Elrico Riley has normally been in right. This is only his 6th game of the year and his 3rd start. He does have a triple. Ground ball up the middle. Urso's there at short. Second hop. Throws over to Doskow in time. And a first pitch swinging Fitz is out number 2 here in the bottom of the first inning. So here's Drew Cavanaugh. What a great year he is having. A 387 average with 8 homers and 25 driven in. He was 1 for 3 with an RBI yesterday. Right now, the owner of a 16-game hitting streak. 24 of 59 during that time, just over that 400 mark. 25 runs scored, 8 homers, 24 driven in. Pitches a ball 1-0 to Cavanaugh. Next pitch comes in, up, it's 2-0. 2 outs, no one on, bottom of the first. Mocs down a run. And the pitch is outside, and it's 3-0 now on Cavanaugh.
Kavanaugh's a team leader, I believe, in walks. Quite a few this year.
3-0 is low for ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk by Eli Thurman. Thurman is out of Bradenton Christian High School. So here's Bryce Safrowicz, a .430 batting average, 6 homers, 24 driven in, had 2 hits, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBIs yesterday, has a 14-game streak, and he hit one out of here yesterday over that left field fence. Runner leads away, and that pitch will be outside corner, strike 0-1. Safrowicz had a double yesterday. He's had 5 doubles during this really hot streak that he has had. 0-1 pitch. Look good and is 0-2. So Thurman mixes his pitches pretty nicely. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Kavanaugh leads away. That pitch is outside, 1-2. Tried to get Bryce to fish, and he wasn't having it. 1-2 count here on Safrowicz. Kavanaugh at first, 2 gone. Pitch will be high, fly ball deep left center field. Does that have a chance? That is going to be off the fence. Rounding third, they're going to send Kavanaugh. Here comes the throw. He will dive in safely. It'll be a double and an RBI for Bryce Safrowicz, and we got a 1-1 tie. Safrowicz drilled it to left center field, and Saladino really gave it a run, but he was playing pretty much straightaway left, didn't have a chance that much to get it, but he made it close, and by the time they got it in, Mr. Kavanaugh had scored all the way from first. Really impressive running there by Drew Kavanaugh. So Safrowicz with his 25th run batted in of the year. And the pitch to Connor Berry is low for a ball. One, bottom of the first. Might be one of those games. Thurman ready. Pitch shot into left field. Deep, back, it's gone! Home run for Connor Berry. His 5th home run of the season. And the Mocs take a 3-1 first inning lead. Safrowicz scores ahead of him. And the Mocs have jumped all over Eli Thurman here in the first. Berry's 12th career homer here at Florida Southern, 79 career RBIs. So here's D'Onofrio. And the first pitch to Mitch is a strike, 0-1. He's at .310 with 6 homers and 20 driven in. 1 for 3 yesterday. Swing and a miss, and it's quickly 0-2. Well, Connor Berry drilled it left field and got enough of it, get it over that wall. 0-2, low 1-2. Now that's the Mocs that we have seen all year. Get a walk, and you make them pay. Pitch is outside, it's 2-2.
All of these runs have come in with 2 outs, too, so just a great job of just kind of, I guess grit really of, really nailing down and trying to get that was low there, wow. So full count.
Very close on D'Onofrio that time. D'Onofrio, of course, came from Eckerd. He has played against the Spartans. He's 7 for 17 lifetime. Has scored 6, hit a couple of homers. Pitch is low for ball 4. And D'Onofrio was down 0-2 in the count, draws the walk. And that's going to get Sam Militello, the pitching coach for the University of Tampa Spartans, coming out here to have a chat with his pitcher, Eli Thurman. Well, D'Onofrio at first, and here's an interesting little sidelight on him. And I don't know if he knew at the time, but his final game with Eckerd College was against the Spartans. He had four runs batted in, 3 hits, a couple of home runs, and Eckerd beat the Spartans 7-4. That was the final game last year. And again, we don't know if D'Onofrio was thinking about leaving at that time, but now, of course, he's over here. And so I found that interesting. I also found that in the same series, he went on the mound, threw a 1-2-3 inning against these guys. So, Clay, this guy is really versatile, can do a whole lot of things.
That's great there. Nice little facts there. I didn't know about the mound part, but that's just a great job. And, you know, I think he may have had an idea of, you know, his last with Eckerd, wanting to go somewhere with some grad programs, had an extra year. So maybe he did, but, you know, walk there. So 2 walks now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And Sean Riley, the batter, and he checks the swing, and did he go? And they're going to say strike one. Riley hitting .360, 4 homers, and 14 driven in. He was 1 for 4 yesterday, but he owns a 16-game hitting streak. Runner D'Onofrio will lead away at first. Pitch is hit high into the air, into short right field. That could be trouble, and the ball is going to drop. Earhart could not get it. Heading over to third will be D'Onofrio, and on at first will be Riley. I would think that's got to be a base hit. That was a really hard play for Earhart to try to come up with.
Yeah, I totally agree there. I think I was probably along the same sides as you, as I thought it was going to be a little bit further back, but as it was getting, you know, as they were running, it was going to be shallow. So not able to get into time. You know, nice attempt there by Earhart to try to slide and try to get it, but nonetheless, runners at first and third now, corners.
And here's Deontay Starks, a .219 hitter with a homer and 8 driven in. Starks yesterday 0 for 3, scored a run. Boy, the Mocs maybe with a chance to break this thing open here. Thurman, remember, 1.39 ERA coming in. Fastball for a strike, 0-1.
And you mentioned it earlier of this is more like, you know, Florida Southern baseball the last couple weeks of, you know, even a run given up in the top of the first. That's happened quite a few times, but it's the early scoring for the Mocs that has been really a game changer for them.
Stark swings through it. He is behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Thurman ready, and the pitch, that'll be low. A nice block there by the catcher Garavito. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Starks. D'Onofrio at third and Sean Riley at first here with 2 gone, 3 in for the Mocs here in a really, really good bottom of the first inning for the home team. Thurman ready. 1-2. Chopper foul down the third baseline. And we'll do it again.
And you might be able to hear those listening in the background, you know, the occasional rustling of the wind. It's kind of been off and on. It's been completely dead, and then boom, a nice little gust of wind. So it's blowing right to left right now.
1-2. Line shot. It's going to get into center field for a base hit. That is going to get D'Onofrio in. Rounding second on his way to third is Riley. He will go in standing up. It's an RBI single for Deontay Starks, and the Mocs lead it 4-1. Now, boy, right now, no activity in the Tampa bullpen down the left field line. They are going to let Thurman eat this one, at least for a while. A 4 spot here in the first inning for the good guys. 4-1 Florida Southern. And we get the bottom of the batting order, the 9th player to come up here in the inning, Jevin Relaford, a .271 batter with 10 runs driven in. Had 1 for 3 yesterday with a sacrifice, which you don't see a lot in baseball. Runners again at the corners. Pitch by Thurman is hit in the air to right field. That is going to be caught by Cumbo. He had to go down to 1 knee to do it, but the side is out. But how about inning number 1 for the Mocs? They score 4. They do it on 3 base hits. There were a couple of walks, a big home run by Connor Berry, and 2 runners are left on. We are through 1. Mocs 4, Spartans 1 on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day. With a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
My game, it's about team. I moved here to find mine. I left my family to take my shot. My game, it's opportunity, where I prove myself and find my second family. My game, it's a gift, and we all have the right to experience the gift of the game.
Proud of you. Keep up the hard work.
Got you, bro.
Well, Eric McAtee's got to be feeling pretty good right now. His team's staked into a 4-1 lead after one inning, highlighted by this blast by Connor Berry over the fence in left field. His 12th career homer for Florida Southern, his 5th this season. And, boy, the Mocs have jumped all over Eli Thurman. Again, we can't emphasize too much. He's been great for the Spartans, 1.39 earned run average, a 3-0 record. And the Mocs just lit him up in the first inning. So here we go. Anthony Nunez will start it for the Spartans in the second. Lower third here for Tampa. Nunez, Rodriguez, and Saladino against Eric McAtee. Spartans got a run in the first on an Earhart double, an Urso single, and a Doskow sacrifice fly. But then the gates opened in the bottom of the first. And I would think right now a shutdown inning by McAtee is very important. Way outside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes here on Nunez. Pitch by McAtee is swung on and missed. Good curveball in the dirt. Nunez went after it. He's a .326 hitter, a homer and 15 driven in. Was 0 for 5 yesterday. So the Mocs had his number, and it looked like on that pitch as well. 1-1 count. Way, way outside, 2-1. Another curveball that didn't curve. Two-one count here on Nunez, leading off the second for Tampa. 4-1 Mocs, big first inning. McAtee ready. Pitch is low for a ball. It's 3-1. (3-1) on Anthony Nunez. McAtee ready. Pitch on the way. Long fly ball. Deep right field. Fitz is going back. He's looking up. He's going to make the catch at the top of the fence in right field. One gone here in the second. Tremendous play by Ahmad Fitz. And it looked like that ball was caught right on that yellow line there. If it hits it, it could go over or stay in. Great catch by Fitz. So one gone, and here is Rodriguez, the .381 batter with 4 driven in. Pitch is hit on the ground towards short. That's knocked down. Great play by Relaford. The throw, it's going to be wide. And we'll have to wait to see how they score it. Relaford made a great play, but he had to get up to make the throw, and LaCory just simply couldn't stretch that far. So to bring up Nico Saladino. Saladino, a .244 hitter with a homer and 4 runs driven in. Pinch ran yesterday. He's tied for first in the league in sacrifices, but it's 4-1. I don't think it's going to matter here. I don't think that's going to be an issue here with Tampa. Chopper foul down the line at first. It's 0-1 on Saladino. So I think they gave a hit on that to Rodriguez.
Yeah, that was a hit there. Like you mentioned, I mean, that was a great stop there by Relaford, having to get up and
shot into right again. Fitz not going to get this one. One hop. Rounding second, heading over to third is Rodriguez. They're going to throw. They got a shot. And not quite. Boy, just got in. Great play by Fitz in the relay to third. Saladino stopped at first on the base hit. And just like that, the Spartans are come roaring back here in the second, down 4-1. Boy, Fitz has been busy in right field.
And you mentioned earlier about the, fewer kind of appearances, already having a lot of action and a couple flyouts too, and incredible catch that we mentioned earlier. I think it just goes to show the depth of this team. Fitz such a great player. He had a great summer too. I think he was one of the Frontier kind of summer collegiate baseball league players of the week at one point. Did really, really good over summer. So definitely been improving on his own, and can fill this kind of outfielder if necessary at times. He could be a good DH spot. So still just overall just a great job by him, and quite a few appearances by him, but runners at the corners with one out.
And a 1-1 count here on Jordan Lala, who walked to open the game. Spartans trying to claw their way back in, down 3. Shot into right center field. That's down for a base hit. That's going to get Rodriguez in easily. Saladino's going to stop at second. An RBI single by Layla. And just like that, Spartans are coming back. Layla gets his 17th run driven in of the year. And now it's first and second, tying run at first, and still one away here in the second inning. And that one out was a fly ball that Fitz caught against the wall in right field. So here's Earhart, doubled and scored in the first inning, 1-for-1. We mentioned some numbers on him earlier. Mentioned he's a 6th-year player. Some of these numbers are staggering that we'll give you here. But first, McAtee will throw a pitch to him. And it's wide. The runner's going to go. It's going to be a wild pitch, and both runners are going to move up. Saladino's going to go to third, and Layla's going to go to second. So now the tying run at second and a 1-0 count here on Earhart. Earhart today is making his 231st appearance for the Spartans. Their school record is 233, so he's going to be one off after this weekend. And how about this? 913 at-bats. 1-0 count. Outside 2-0. Spartan school record is 938. Now I want to put it in perspective. Matt Mercurio played here from 2002 to 5. Has the most games and at-bats. 231 and 896. They'll give you an idea how much this guy has played for UT. Pitch is low for a ball. It's 3-0. So McAtee working himself into trouble here in the second inning. .30 pitch on the way. And he swung away, and it's a foul ball, 3-1. Well, Tampa's aggressive, no doubt about that. 3-1 here on Drew Earhart. You figure 913 at-bats. Will he get 1,000? Close. I don't know. Depends on how far Tampa goes this year. Outside, and that will load him up. So Saladino at third, Lala at second, and Earhart at first. And here is Urso, got a base hit his first time up. And again, we can't see the Mocs bullpen down the line in right. It's really early in the game, but you never know. There might be somebody down there. Bases loaded, one away. Pitch to Urso. Ground ball towards short, but that is going to be knocked down by Relaford, but all hands will be safe. It'll be an RBI single for Urso. Great play by Relaford to keep it from going into left field. Saladino comes in to score. to make it 4-3. Layla goes to third, and Earhart to second on the single by J.D. Urso. So now it's 4-3 with one out. And E.J. Doskow coming up. He had a sac fly RBI in the first inning. Well, I said it might be one of those games. Sure starting to look that way. Today, both teams are on the ball hitting. Pitch by McAtee. Will be just low and away on the curveball, 1-0. Bases remain loaded. Spartans down 2, but only 1 away. Boy, do the Mocs need a double play in the worst way. And Doskow would be a candidate for it if he hits it on the ground. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Good curveball that time by McAtee. 1-1 count on the big Spartans first baseman. Lala at third, Earhart at second, Urso at first. Way high and outside. 2-1. Now both these guys, Thurman and McAtee, have come in with great ERAs. They are going up today. 2-1 count. Bases loaded, 1 away. Pitch by McAtee. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 2-2. Well, I said a double play. They'll take a strikeout for sure as well. Two on Doskow. McAtee set. And the pitch. Hard ground ball, base hit in left field. That's going to get one in, and that's all it's going to do if the throw comes in. Station to station baseball, we are tied at 4. Doskow with his second RBI of the game as Lala comes in. Earhart goes to third. Urso to second. And the bases remain loaded. And just like that, we are tied at 4 here in the second. And here is Santiago Garavito. He got hit with a pitch in the first inning. Wind has picked up a little bit, right to left. Pitch is fouled back into the screen behind home plate. It's 0-1. On Garavito. Earhart, Urso, Doskow, the base runners. Pitch by McAtee. Good curveball. Called strike, 0-2. That might have been his best curveball of the game. Still only 1 away. Last 6 batters have reached. Chopper foul down the line at first. And we'll do it again at 0-2. McAtee needs an out here in the worst way. Pitch on the way. Outside for a ball. Did he go? No, it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Garavito. Bases remain loaded. 3 are in and 3 are on. McAtee ready. Long look. 1-2. High 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes here on Garavito, the Mocs catcher. Sir, Spartans catcher, rather. Two pitch. Low ball 3. Well, no place to put him. They're not running because there's only one out. Another early big pitch coming up. McAtee ready. And the payoff. Swung on and missed. Got him. A huge strikeout for Eric McAtee, his second of the game. And that is going to bring E.J. Cumbo to the plate. Bases still loaded, but now with 2 outs. Cumbo, the ninth batter in the order, or ninth batter rather, to come up to the plate in this inning for Tampa. Again, a big, big early moment. Cumbo struck out to end the first. Pitch by McAtee is fouled right at home plate. It's 0-1 now on Cumbo. Cumbo came in as the leading hitter on this team. .412 on the season. McAtee needs the out here. 0-1. Hard ground ball to second. Knocked down, flipped the short in time. Great play there by D'Onofrio, who got it to Relaford to force out Doskow for the third out to retire the side. But a big inning for the Spartans. They get 3 runs to tie the game up. There were 4 hits, there were no errors, and a couple runners are left on. We go to the bottom of the second. Not a pitcher's duel here today. 4-4 our score on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Numbers coming up here, you're going to say, whoa, man, we're only in the bottom of the second inning, and there has been a lot of hitting being done here so far in this game. Mox batted around in the first inning, scored 4. Tampa got 1 in the first, got 3 back in the second, left them loaded. This is going to be one of those games, it looks like, but we'll see. You know, both pitchers certainly have been good all year, and maybe they can both settle down here and get into the kind of game we had last night, which was 5-4 through 10. We've almost equaled that here in the first 2. LaCourie's first pitch, a hard ground ball to second. Earhart's going to be there on 2 hops, and will throw LaCourie out for the first out here in the second inning. So to get Ahmad Fitz to the plate, he grounded out to Urso at short back in the first. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, the Mox rather had 2 outs and no one on in the first. He scored 4 runs. 6 different players got on. 2 on walks, 4 on hits. Pitch to Fitz is low, or a called strike rather, 0-1. Fitz, as we mentioned, has been busy in right. Swing and a miss. Boy, good curveball that time by Thurman. 0-2 now on Fitz. Pitch will be low, and back to the screen it goes, 1-2. Game in the bottom of the second, all tied at 4. Swung on and missed. Fitz will fan, and they'll have to go to first. So 2 gone here, and strikeout number 1 for Eli Thurman. Well, this is where we were in the first inning. Let's see if the Mocs can have as good a time as they did then. Cavanaugh walked to start it off here. And boy, right now, And again, he is a catcher, so he's going to have some numbers fielding-wise. But he is in the top 10 in the conference in 10 different categories. Pitches fouled over by the Mocs dugout. It's 0-1. And the big one, though, is the slugging percentage. At .839, he is the league leader in that area. He's also the leader in on-base plus slugging. Now, Clay mentioned earlier that head coach Lance Niekro thinks he's the best catcher he's had here. I mean, he's all over the charts in fielding positions. I mean, he's thrown 4 guys out trying to steal. He's tied for 4th in the league. That's a good fastball. And now it's 1-2 on Kavanaugh. 2 outs, no one on. Bottom 2. Way outside. 1-2 on a change. Kavanaugh is at 387 coming in. Still is. Shot left center field. Base hit. Well, that's the Kavanaugh we have seen all year. He's a 2-out base runner now for the Mocs. Hit number 4 for Florida, or number 5 rather for the Mocs. So here is Safrowicz. He got a double in that first inning. Brought in Kavanaugh and got the Mocs rolling. He's been sensational too, no question about it. 15-game hitting streak now. Hitting over 400 during that time. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Played at James Madison, Division I school. Had 15 games up there, 256 hitter. Just off the plate. And it's 2-0. Kavanaugh at first with 2 gone, bottom of the second. Thurman ready. 2-0 pitch, hit on the ground towards second. It's going to be knocked down by Earhart. Throws to first, and they got him in time. Nice play by Drew Earhart and a good stretch by Doskow. Just gets Safrowicz booking it hard down to first. So in the bottom of the second, the Mocs get a hit, and they leave 1 runner on. We go to the top of the third, all even at 4 on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
My game, it's about team. I moved here to find mine. I left my family to take my shot. My game, it's opportunity, where I prove myself and find my second family. My game, it's a gift, and we all have the right to experience the gift of the game.
Proud of you. Keep up the hard work.
Gotcha, cool.
I remember when I was young, Grandma would cook the entire family, and everyone would come over and spend the rest of the afternoon together.
I can still smell Mama's skillet cornbread cooking in the oven. I can even taste the fried chicken.
We've kept that same tradition going at Fred's Market. People come from all over to enjoy our southern recipes while being served by folks that are genuinely happy to see you.
Nowadays, everybody's in such a hurry. Life is moving so fast. That's why at Fred's Market, we believe that what people need most is to slow down and spend time with the ones they love. So come on down to Fred's Market and eat local food with local folks.
Lower third for the Spartans here in the top of the third inning. Well, that's where it was in the second inning. It started with the lower third, and they wound up getting 3 runs and leaving them loaded. Anthony Nunez will lead it off, and he almost hit it out of here back in the second inning. Great catch by Ahmad Fitz up against that yellow line that defines the outfield around here. Caught it right at the top of it. Don't know if it had gone out, but it was close, and a really nice play by Fitz out there in right. So it'll be Nunez, Rodriguez, and Saladino. First 3 scheduled batters here against Eric McAtee. McAtee, no question, has struggled so far. Came in with a 2.35 earned run average. Has pitched really well for the Mocs this season. But both pitchers, Thurman and McAtee, have both struggled a little bit. Looked like Thurman may have settled down a little in that last inning. Let's see if McAtee can do the same. So here is Nunez. Fans still coming in here on this really nice Saturday afternoon. Probably a few more clouds than usual, but that rain that was supposed to be here, that's not anywhere near us, I don't think. Pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. Of course, I am not the rainmaker. Every time I say something like that, we get nailed. 1-0 count. Outside, 2-0. McAtee has struggled with both his breaking pitch and his fastball. He'll get a few of them in, but boy, he's struggled to keep them consistently in. 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. On Nunez. The last Spartan batter got turned loose on 3-0. Let's see if Nunez is. Does not. Takes the strike. 3-1. Three balls, one strike to count. Pitch is low for ball 4. So Nunez draws the walk. 3 for McAtee now, and a hit batsman in the game. So here is Rodriguez. He got a base hit, got things going in that second inning. Came around to score. Nunez at first leads away. LaCorey holds him on. Pitch way outside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Nunez with 3 steals and 3 caught stealings. Pitch on the way is popped up foul out of play. Off the screen. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Kavanaugh already has 1 guy thrown out trying to steal today. That was Lala back in the first inning. That's 5 this year, so he's going to move up in the conference rankings for sure. Runner is going. Pitch is swung on and missed, and this time Kavanaugh could not hold on. He was thrown before he caught it, so it's a stolen base for Nunez, his 4th of the year. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Rodriguez. Nunez at second with no one out. He represents the go-ahead run here in Game 1 of the doubleheader. One, 2, low, nice stop by Kavanaugh. It's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Fly ball down the line and left, hit well, but well foul. And we'll do it again on 2-2. Nunez a pretty good lead off a second. Don't think the Mocs are thinking he's going anywhere unless the ball's hit. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Got him. Nice catch into the glove of Kavanaugh. 1 gone. 3 strikeouts now for McAtee. So to get Saladino to the plate, Nico got a base hit his first time up. Also came in to score. 1 gone and a runner at second. Saladino came in as a pinch runner yesterday. DeMarcus Lyons played left field. Saladino has it here in Game 1. High fly ball, pretty deep right center field. Going back is the center fielder. He will have room, and Starks makes the catch on the play. Nunez will tag, and he will easily get over to third. That ball was hit deep. He was right in front of that 405 mark in center field, but he had it all the way. And so 2 gone now. And that gets Jordan Lala, the leadoff hitter, to the plate. He has walked, singled, and scored. Also had an RBI to get that second inning rolling here. Spartans with 1 in the first, 3 in the second. And this inning, McAtee trying to shut the door. First pitch way high and outside. Nice job by Kavanaugh to glove it. 1-0. One ball, no strikes here on Lala. Nunez at third with 2 gone. Pitch on the way is high again. It's 2-0. And boy, you can see McAtee struggling a little bit with his finish there. Looks like he may be having some mechanical issues. 2-0 count here on Lala. Pitch on the way is high, ball 3. McAtee to the belt. 3-0. There it is, 3-1. Lala was not turned loose on that one. So it's 3-1 on the Spartan center fielder. Big pitch coming up from McAtee. Line shot, base hit in the center field. That is going to get in. Nunez and the Spartans take the lead at 5-4. Second RBI of the game for Lala, is 18th of the season. And Tampa, which was down 4-1 after one, has come back to take the lead here in the top of the third at 5-4. No chance whatsoever for Relaford to get that ball. It was scorched right up the middle. So here's Earhart, doubled and walked, scored a run. Check swing, did he go? They're going to ask for help, and they're going to say no, 1-0. On Drew Earhart. Again, his 231st career game for Tampa. Unbelievable. Runner going, pitches high. Kavanaugh's throw down is not going to be in time. It's going to be a stolen base here for Lala. And that is number 16 this year for him. He has been caught 3 times. Kavanaugh got him in the first inning, but he got a really good jump this time. And he is at second now with 2 gone. And McAtee behind in the count to Drew Earhart at 2-0. Pitch is hit. Base hit into left field. Lala's got some speed. They're going to send him. Here comes the throw. It's going to be offline. And now a snap throw down to first, where the runner Earhart is back safely. An RBI for Drew Earhart as Lala used his speed to come in. And now Tampa has gone up by 2. And it has been a tough one here so far for Eric McAtee. J.D. Urso coming up. He's got singles in the first and second innings. And Earhart leads the way at first. Pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. Earhart's 159th career RBI in those 900-plus at-bats. Swung on and missed, and the bat goes flying. And it missed the screen, and hopefully nobody was there when the bat landed. Just lost the handle. It happens. So they're going to retrieve the bat. And father talking to son saying, hold on to it. One the count on J.D. Urso. Pitch is low, 2-1. I mentioned yesterday a story in the Tampa Bay Times about the Ursos, about head coach Joe and son J.D. Really interesting note. When he got the job at Tampa, he flew home to Seattle, his wife went into labor, and guess who was born? J.D. Urso. Pitch is low for a ball, 3-1. So you might say that J.D. Urso has grown up as a Spartan. Runners going on 3-1. Pitch is hit into the air. Short center could be trouble. It's going to drop for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner Earhart at third. Urso will stop at first with a single. Now it's first and third for Tampa. And still 2 outs. And that'll get Dosk out of the plate. He has hit a sacrifice fly, RBI, or single, and 2 runs batted in so far. And pitching coach Ryan Block on the mound here, or heading to the mound rather, for the Florida Southern College Mocs. And boy, it has been a tough one so far for Eric McAtee. And this is very, very unusual. His last outing actually was a relief outing against Seton Hill here about a week ago. Pitched a couple innings and gave up 1 run. Other than that, he's been a starter all year. And he just doesn't have it right now, and Block is done with his conference out there. And I would think it's just more encouragement out there more than anything else, unless they see something mechanical from the side that he can correct here. Because he's been high. There's no doubt his pitches, his fastballs have been high. And his curveballs have been kind of all over the place. When they're on, they're really good. Earhart at third, Urso at first now. Pitch is low for a ball. It gets by Kavanaugh. That's going to allow Earhart to score. Urso's going to try to go to third. Here comes the throw. And he is safe at third base. I assume it'll be a wild pitch. It's going to allow Earhart to score. But what hustle by J.D. Urso to get to third. A 2-base wild pitch. And now it's 7-4 Tampa. And the count on Doskow is 1-0. Another 3 spot for Tampa. High 2-0. And that's the fastball that we've seen. Two balls, no strikes here on Doskow. High ball 3. And it seems like he looks down a lot. Like maybe his footing there is not what he wants it to be. 3-0 count. Urso at third. 2 gone. It's been 2 outs for a while. Low for ball 4. His 4th walk. Now runners at the corners for Santiago Garavito, who's been hit with a pitch and fanned 0 for 1. Well, one thing is for sure, the Mocs need to stop the bleeding here. Down 7-4. I realize we're only in the third. But they need to get it stopped. Pitch is fouled off to the right off the screen here, 0-1. One in the first, 3 in the second, and now 3 more here in the third for Tampa. Spartans with 10 base hits in the game. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2 now here on Garavito. McAtee to the belt. And the pitch. That's upstairs again. It's 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes here on Garavito. Runners at the corners. 2 gone. Runner going to go. Pitch is a chopper to third. Long throw to first is low. And it goes by LaCory, who got hit. Rounding third is Dosko. They're going to send him in. He will score. And I guess we better check on LaCory to make sure he is all right. Should be an error on the throw. And it's going to allow Urso to score easily, and Dosko is going to come in right behind him. Good hustle that time. And they got to check on LaCory because he took, it looked like maybe the ball hit him. I'm not sure whether the ball hit him or the runner did. Garavito's going to go to second. 2 more are in. It's 9-4 Tampa, a 5-run third inning. And they are going to check here on Jeff LaCory. Just not sure where it hit him. It was hard to tell. The throw was low. And LaCory did his best to try to dig it out, but he had a runner coming down at him as well. And he may be coming out. Yeah, Lance Necro's going to go to the home plate umpire, and I think we may have a change here. Yeah, he just threw his glove into the dugout, so I would think he may be done here, at least in game 1.
Yeah, this is going to be Ryan Mazjic coming in. He can be a good infielder. He can be outfielder. He pitched, actually, in his last appearance as well. So, yeah, but it's number 29 coming in to replace LaCory there. Wasn't really sure. I didn't believe that it was off the ball. It kind of looked like it was more off the runner. But still just a tough spot. 9-4. McAtee, let me check here, but McAtee has 83 pitches already right now, only 41 strikes. So give a little bit of time to reset for the Mocs with 2 outs. Still trying to get away. Garavito's at second, so tough spot for LaCory, but Mazjic, I think, will be able to fill it well.
Well, the one thing you said there is we see Cumbo coming to the plate to finish the batting order. There's a wild pitch again, and that's going to allow Garavito to get over to third. And now I think it's 43 balls and 41 strikes that McAtee has thrown, and that says it all right there. He just has not been able to control it. 1-0 now on Cumbo. Runner at third. Pitch is hit. A big chopper. That's going to be a tough play. They're not going to get him. It's going to be a base hit and an RBI for Cumbo as Garavito comes in to score, and Tampa tacks on another one. It is 10-4. A 6 spot here in the third inning for the Spartans, and Lance Necro is on his way to the mound, and we are going to have a pitching change, I am sure. Well, don't go away. Boy, this thing has gotten away from the Mocs in a hurry, but if there's any good news, it's only in the bottom of the third inning. 10-4 Spartans. We're back after this on Justin Witt's the new pitcher for the Mocs here in the top of the third inning. Witt will be making his 10th appearance of the season, all in relief. He has a really good record, 1-0, 2.08, with 1 save this year. 13 innings, 14 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 7 walks, 17 strikeouts and a 275 opponent's batting average against Justin Witt. He will take over here for Eric McAtee, who just basically didn't have it. 2 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 10 runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Threw more balls than strikes, and boy, when you do that, you get yourself in trouble. And when you do it against the number 2 team in the nation, that makes it even more difficult. So the Mocs now up 4-1 at one point, now down 10-4, and this third inning is not over yet. Spartans have batted around, and so Nunez, who led it off, will come up now as the 10th batter in the order to face Justin Witt. Left-handed batter. Right-handed Witt is a ball, 1-0. Out of Panama City, Florida. 1-0. Low, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes on Nunez, rather. Cumbo is at first, and the pitch is a strike, and it's 2-1. Spartans sent 6 to the plate in the first, 9 in the second, and now 10 here in the third. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Pitch by Witt will be called strike 3. So Justin Witt comes in and limits the damage, but boy, there was some damage. 6 runs in the inning. 1, 2, 3, 4. I count 4 hits. There was 1 error, some wild pitches here, and the Spartans will leave 1 on. We are through 2.5. It's 10-4 Tampa on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. For the Mocs, you got time here. I mean, it's only the bottom of the third inning, and yeah, it's been a rough first 3, no question. Down 10-4, they have shown they can hit Eli Thurman. Let's see if they can get something going here, try to get back into this thing. The key, though, is going to be you got to stop the bleeding on the mound, and Witt did a nice job coming in and getting a strikeout to end the frame. So here's Connor Berry to start it off. He got the Mocs rolling in the first with a 2-run homer. It'll be Berry, D'Onofrio, and Riley, first 3 scheduled batters. Long way back, but again, plenty of time. And I hate to say this, but I think it's clouding up a little bit. First pitch is a called strike to Berry, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike here on Connor Berry. Pitch is hit into the air. That's going to be in deep left center field, and that's going to be another one for Connor Berry. Connor Berry with a bullet over the 365 mark in left center field, and we're not done yet. 10-5 the score as Berry hits his 2nd homer of the game, his 6th of the season, and his lucky number 13 of his Mocs career. So now it's 10-5, and here is D'Onofrio, who walked and scored back in inning number 1. There's a little pop-up, but it'll be handled easily, or ground ball rather. Bad throw, and it's late and not in time off the bag, and D'Onofrio's going to beat it out. So we're going to have to wait and see the call on that one. It was a high chopper to Nunez at third, but his throw pulled the first baseman Doskow off the bag. So here is Sean Riley now. Runner at first, and nobody out. Pitch to Riley is inside for a ball, 1-0. Riley, a base hit in the first inning in that 4-run rally. 1-0, shot left center field. That's down for a hit. That's going to go to the wall. Rounding second on his way to third is D'Onofrio. They're going to wave him in. Here he comes. The throw is not going to be made. He's going to score standing up. It'll be a double RBI for Sean Riley, and guess what? It's 10-6. So Sean Riley delivers his 15th run batted in of the year. Now he is at second with nobody out. Wow. We got ourselves an old-fashioned slugfest here. So here is Stark. Stark's got a hit in the first inning, drove in a run. Pitch by Thurman is swung on and missed, and we do see some activity in the bullpen for Tampa. Mr. Thurman may not be long for this game either. We'll see. Oh, 1. Stark shows bunt, drops it down the third base line, but it will be foul. Good idea. Just did not execute. No balls and 2 strikes here on Deontay Starks. Riley at second after that ringing double into the gap in left center. Thurman ready. Look to second. 0-2 pitch is hit. Line drive, center field, base hit. Rounding third on his way in, Riley. He will come in without a throw. It's an RBI single for Deontay Starks, and now it is 10-7. Don't go anywhere. Jevin Relaford coming up. He flied out to Cumbo in right on a really nice catch to end that 9-batter first inning. Mox had 4 in the first. They've already gotten 3 here, and nobody out. And time is called.
I think this may be to potentially buy a little bit more time for warming up over there in the Spartan bullpen there. But a great job. 3 runs, no outs still. You had mentioned in between the innings a little meeting with Coach Coach Urso coming out for the Spartans, perhaps to talk or have a little change here. I guess we'll see for that. But every couple innings or so, especially if there's mocks are down a little bit, associate head coach Stephen Crabtree usually talking with the team, trying to reorganize them a little bit, and looks like we will have a pitching change here for the Spartans.
Sure will. We'll get to the new pitcher when we come back. It is now 10-7. Mocs down 3, and they're cranking here in the bottom of the third on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
My game, it's about team. I moved here to find mine. I left my family to take my shot. My game, it's opportunity, where I prove myself and find my second family. My game, it's a gift, and we all have the right to experience the gift of the game.
Proud of you. Keep up the hard work. Got you, cool.
I remember when I was young, Grandma would cook the entire family. Everyone would come over and spend the rest of the afternoon together.
I can still smell Mama's skillet cornbread cooking in the oven. I can even taste the fried chicken.
We've kept that same tradition going at Fred's Market. People come from all over to enjoy our southern recipes while being served by folks that are genuinely happy to see you.
Nowadays, everybody's in such a hurry. Life is moving so fast. That's why at Fred's Market, we believe that what people need most is to slow down and spend time with the ones they love. So come on down to Fred's Market and eat local food with local.
So Alex Caney is the new pitcher here for the Spartans. He is 0-0 with a 5.00 ERA, 7 appearances. He has made 3 starts. He's pitched 18 innings, given up 23 hits, 11 runs, 10 earned. Only 3 walks in those 18 innings, 16 strikeouts. But opposing batters hitting .324 against Alex Caney. So he is coming in and kind of getting a hornet's nest here. He is a local kid out of Durant High School over in Hillsborough County. Mocs have 3 in, no one out, and a runner on. Tampa got 6 in the top of the third. The Mocs have halved that here in the bottom of the third. And it's far from being done.
And up to bat, number 42, Jevin Relaford.
So Jevin Relaford will be the first batter faced here by Caney. He flied out to the right fielder Cumbo, as we mentioned in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Ryan Magdich is on deck. Again, he came in for the injured Jeff LeCoury. First pitch by Caney is a called strike, 0-1 to Relaford. The runner at first is Deontay Starks. Mocs all of a sudden down only 3. Starks with a pretty good lead. Pitch will be off the plate, 1-1. Starks this season has attempted 6 steals, been successful 4 times. 1-1 count. Pretty good lead. Not going. Pitch is hit towards second. Earhart is there. Flip to short 1. Throw to first, not in time. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Relaford, who beat it out. It went from Earhart to Urso. 1 gone as Starks is out. And we get back to the top of the order, and Ryan Magich. Magich this year has been up 12 times, had 3 base hits, a .250 hitter. This is his 9th game. He has made 1 start. So Magich now, a big left-handed hitter, getting his opportunity. Pitch is hit pretty well into center field, but it's going to be playable out there. And it will be caught by Layla for out number 2. So to get Ahmad Fitz to the plate. So he's 0 for 2, grounded out to Urso in the first and fanned in the second. 2 outs, the runner at first now. And Caney has kind of settled things down for Tampa here a little bit. Both starters, both really good pitchers, gone. Pitch is fouled by Fitz right at home plate. It's 0-1. And a little conversation, or I think probably just because Garavito took one there. Give him a chance to recover. Oh, 1 on Fitz. Big lead at first. Low, 1-1. Relaford looked like he wanted to go. He's 3 for 3 in steals this year. Caney set. Now throwing over, and he's got to dive back. He's safe, but he can't go much further than that. And again, I think we are with the rules. How many times can he throw over? Boy, big lead this time. He's challenging him. Not going, though. Pitch ground ball to Earhart at second. He will gobble it up and throw to Doskow in time. Fitz is out number 3 in the third, but the Mocs got back into it. They got 3. They did it on 4 base hits. Big home run again by Connor Berry, second of the game. Mocs leave 1 on. We are through 3 innings. Game 1 of the doubleheader. It is 10-7 in favor of Tampa on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train long, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
My game, it's about team. I moved here to find mine. I left my family to take my shot. My game, it's opportunity, where I prove myself and find my second family. My game, it's a gift, and we all have the right to experience the gift of the game.
Proud of you. Keep up the hard work. Got you, cool.
We go to the top of the fourth inning. Mocs back in it, down 10-7 now to the Tampa Spartans. I'm pleased to be joined here by Chris Dorey. He is the Mocs Director of Athletic Development and the guy who kind of set up this whole alumni weekend, which yesterday turned out to be a really, really nice affair. And Chris, I guess when you look at it, it's been not just one day, but you've had him here for a few days, and it's been great.
Yeah, it's always an exciting time. We have such a storied tradition of in our baseball program that it's great to be able to give back these guys at least one time a year and give them a weekend to kind of relive the memories and show them off a little bit to our fans who aren't necessarily, they know that we've won a lot of championships, but they don't know the names.
Mm-hmm.
So to get the names and the faces together and have the players and hear the stories of when they played here and how much better they were than today's kid.
Well, now, what went into this weekend? I know that they were obviously here. I think they had some golf. What else was going on?
Yeah, you got it. I mean, some of these guys got in Thursday afternoon, and yesterday morning they started playing golf. There was a couple of groups of golf. Last night, then we had our event here at the field. We had some food here. We had the ceremony prior to the game, and then I believe there may have been some after-hours events, but I cannot confirm nor deny.
You think? First batter was Luis Rodriguez. He got hit with a pitch from Witt, and now Witt's first pitch into Nico Saladino is a strike, 0-1. Well, what goes into the Director of Athletic Development? What is that all about?
Sure. So, I mean, my job entails raising as much funds as possible for all of our athletic programs, our varsity programs, and then our club programs, and trying to gather funds so that we can treat our student athletes better than any Division II program in the nation. Facility-wise, team-wise, apparel-wise, whatever it is we can do to make our student athlete experience better than it already is, we are willing to do. So a lot of it, with our alumni, it's just, for me, it's an opportunity to get them back to campus and show them off a little bit, but also to let them reminisce and remember about the good times they had.
2-1 to Saladino. Maddox knocked it down. Can he get there? He will in time. Nice play by Magnich on that one, and on the play, Rodriguez will head into scoring position at second base. One gone here in the fourth. Well, you talk about facilities. I know that there is the Performance Center that is going to be going up here real soon. Talk about that a little bit.
Yes.
And what went into that.
Yeah, so, when I got hired by Dr. Kerr and Drew Howard and Heather Ferris, one of our goals was to update some of our facilities. They had some plans in the works, and we just need to kind of jumpstart those plans, and we jumped in with both feet. The Adams Athletic Performance Center is going to be a 16,000 square feet facility on campus. It'll house offices to men's and women's basketball, men's and women's lacrosse. It'll have one floor. One of the three floors will be a newly refurbished varsity weight room. We'll have a 40-person theater, so our kids will be able to watch not movies, but they'll be able to watch video of themselves playing. Coaches can do a little more analysis with them. We'll also have a student-athlete success center, which will involve, obviously study halls, tutors, academic monitoring, and then some career development stuff. So we're really excited about that facility. We have another facility going up at Lone Palm. At the
I read about
club.
that, the golf, yeah.
Yeah, so our men's and women's golf programs, obviously, historically, two of the best in the nation. I mean, our men's golf programs won 13 national championships, produced a couple of well-known golfers. So we decided it was time to find them their own facility, and that should be starting here pretty soon. So we're excited about both of those projects, and then I'm confident we'll start moving on to another project.
Well, yeah, I know that you sponsor like alumni events for all of the sports here on campus. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. You know, every program has its own history. Some obviously are more well-known than others, but, you know, we have to have alumni events for tennis and lacrosse and soccer, just like we do for baseball and basketball. And, yeah, I'm always interested in talking to alumni, so if there's anybody out there that wants to talk, give me a call, shoot me an email, do whatever it is, and we'll touch base.
Lala strikes out for the second out, gets Drew Earhart to the plate, and he takes the first pitch high for a ball, 1-0. Well, I know you've got a day of giving coming up here, so talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, April 11th and 12th. We call it a day, but it's about 36 hours, so we'll take it. Yeah, I mean, we're looking for any donations to any programs. You can make your donation sport-specific. You can make your donation general. There is no donation too small. There's definitely no donation too big. You know, and it all goes directly to the student athletes. So it's an awesome event. Last year we had 1,700 donors to athletics, and I believe 900 of them came in on that day.
Pitch is outside. It's 2-1. Well, how do people get involved and being able to contribute?
So that'll be a huge social media push over the next couple of weeks. We're about 3 weeks away, so that'll be a huge social media push. There'll be a lot of online giving opportunities. You know, social media is so huge, so every program has their own social media handle, and they will all have it on there on that day, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever it is. And, I mean, if you ever just want to give, it's just www.fscmox.com/give, and you can hop on the website and make a donation to the program.
2-2 pitch is hit in the air in the left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit, and that is going to get Rodriguez in to make it 11-7, an RBI for Drew Earhart, his second of the game, and now the Mocs are down by 4. Well, I know you are very fond of baseball, and you got a reason here. I understand you have a son on this team.
I do. My son Brady is a freshman infielder on this team. We're very proud of him. You know, I coached baseball for a long time, for 27 years, so transitioning into this job at Florida Southern was really happened because I wanted to have the opportunity to watch my son play some baseball. I missed a lot of his baseball games during my career, so this gave me a great opportunity to still be involved. And then obviously with him choosing to play here over some of the other schools we talked to, it makes it even better for me because I can kill a couple of birds with one stone.
I'll bet. Well, anything else going on that you'd like to talk about here as far as development and giving is concerned? I know you're really, really focusing on those 2 big days coming up.
Yeah, I mean, the Day of Giving is really big for us right now. But, yeah, we have in softball next weekend, we have a similar type of event. We're doing a championship reunion for their 30th anniversary of their 1993 national championship. It's the first time we've put something together like that for softball in 4 or 5 years. So, you know, it'll be a little bit lesser turnout, but it's something that we're trying to build. So if I haven't gotten to your sport yet and you're listening, I promise I will get to your sport. You don't worry.
Well, I know I'll be there next weekend for that as the Mocs play St. Leo, a big doubleheader, single-game Friday night doubleheader Saturday coming up. And, boy, it just seems like it's a never-ending cycle. So what do you do in the summer? I guess you continue, right?
Yeah. You know, last summer I was able to hang out up in New York. My son played baseball up in New York last summer, so I was able to fly back and forth probably 5 or 6 times and get some work done during the week. A lot of times this summer, like last summer, I did a lot of visits. So I would just, you know, fly up, drive around, find somebody to talk to and go talk sports, get out of the office and work on some development that way.
High pitch coming in. The Spartans now have runners at first and second as J.D. Urso drew the walk, and Earhart now at second. Well, you know, Urso here for Tampa. What's it like to see your son? Did you coach him at all?
I coached him in Little League and stuff, but I never, ever wanted to coach him in college. I don't know how Joe does it. Joe is an unbelievable coach. JD's a really good player, but they're still, at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of times where they're going home and it's
father-son, right?
And that's a little different. My wife, at some point, when I think Brady was probably 6 or 7, where the kids put a sign up in the garage door that said, "Hey, when you come through this door, you're no longer coach, you're dad."
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. You got told in a hurry, right?
It put things into perspective real quick, so I enjoyed that.
Well, where did you coach? 27 years, a long time.
So, yeah, you're not kidding. You age a lot in that coaching process. So I graduated. I played baseball at Stony Brook down on Long Island. Graduated there, coached there for about 3 years as an assistant coach. Moved out to a small school in Illinois, McMurray College. Was an assistant coach there for a year. Was a head coach there for 3 years, and in 3 of those years, 2 of those years we were in the top 30, and then was able to move back to my hometown and coach college baseball for 20 years in Plattsburgh, New York.
Okay.
A pitch like that right there would have driven me crazy.
Yeah, that would have probably sent you out of the dugout, right? It sure looked good from here, but it was called ball 4. Earhart the third, Urso to second, Doskow at first, and right now, bases loaded with 2 outs. It's an 11-7 game, and Chris, I don't think they can get too much further behind.
No, this is going to be a battle of wills right here. You know, it's great that we have 7 runs, but it's terrible that we've given up 11, right? Yeah, I mean, our offense is awesome, but we've got to get some zeros put up there on the defensive side.
Earhart at third, Urso at second, Doskow at first after the walk, his second in the game. Count is 0-1 here on Garavito, the catcher. Another big moment in the game. Ground ball to third, should be the inning ending. It will be. It, as forced out at second, will be Doskow for the third out to retire the side. Well, Chris, thank you so much for coming by. We appreciate it. All the best. Let's raise some money, huh?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. I appreciate all you do for FSC Mocs Athletics. Thank you.
All right. Chris Story, the Director of Athletic Development. 1 run for the Spartans in the 4th. 3.5 in the books. It's 11-7 Tampa. We're back after this on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 11-7 Tampa. This has been a slugfest from the very beginning. Both starting pitchers are gone. Alex Caney, the second pitcher, still remains in the game here for the Spartans, and he's going to get set to face the heart of the Mocs order here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's Kavanaugh, Safrowich, and Connor Berry. He of the 2 home runs today for the Mocs. And 11-7 our score. 12 hits for Tampa, 9 for Florida Southern. And, I mean, this thing has been just a back-and-forth battle. That 6-run spot for the Spartans in the 3rd looked huge, and they had a 10-4 lead. And, boy, the Mocs just battled back. Got 3 in that bottom of the 3rd. And, Clay, I think you're on with this. If you are, this thing's far from over.
Yeah, definitely. It's bottom of the 4th, which is crazy that it's only the bottom of the 4th, you know, almost 2 hours in here. But, you know, saw some great stuff in the bottom of the 3rd, last inning for the Mocs. So we'll see if so they're going to say ball because pitcher took too long during his warm-up. So it's going to be a 1-0 count.
And the pitch to Kavanaugh, laced base hit right center field. Here we go. Kavanaugh rounding first, and that's where he will stop. Drew had been 1 for 1 officially, now 2 for 2. He had walked, scored, and singled. So he is aboard now with nobody out, and Safrowich coming up. Double, drove in a run, and grounded out, 1 for 2.
Yeah, so you may have noticed that, you know, between Garavito getting dressed and everything, I think Caney thought he wanted some more time, and they weren't going for it. So that was that early making sure to show up. 1-0 counts. So you're only allowed 2 minutes, so 120 seconds in between innings to warm up and get moving. So they did not do it in time, so that's where that ball was awarded. Not that it mattered, and we got Kavanaugh at first here with Safrowich up.
And a check swing, and they're going to say he didn't go. It's 1-1 here on Safrowich. Connor Berry on deck. Not over, folks. 11-7, bottom of the 4th. It has been a crazy game. We've seen these in college baseball, though. They're not totally unusual here. when both teams can hit the way these two do. Ground ball to short, that could be two. Urso had trouble getting it to Earhart. His throw will still be in time, and it will be a 4-6-3 double play. And now the Mocs have 2 outs and no one on here in the 4th inning. So that will get Connor Berry to the plate. All he's done today is hit 2 ropes to left center field for home runs. Has driven in 3 of the Mocs' 7 runs. And the first pitch is a called strike, 0-1. Caney's coming in pretty well here. He had a 5 ERA, but boy, he looks pretty good so far. 0-1 count. And it's low, 1-1. One on Berry. Popped it up. And where is it? That's what Caney is saying. The third baseman is going to come in near the mound. That's Nunez, and he will make the catch for the 3rd out to retire the side. So a leadoff single by Cavanaugh goes by the boards. Mocs will leave no one on. We go to the top of the 5th, game 1 of 2. It's 11-7 Tampa on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. E.J. Cumbo starts it off for the Spartans here in the top of the 5th inning. It's 11-7 Tampa. Not exactly a pitcher's duel, and we've got another game to follow here after about a 30 to 40-minute break. It'll be Cumbo, Nunez, and Rodriguez. Justin Witt remaining on the mound here for the Mocs. He did give up a run in that 4th inning, but otherwise has pitched pretty well. He has a couple of strikeouts and 2 walks. And for the Mocs now, this is just, you got to stop the bleeding here. Tampa has scored in every inning so far. They just got to stop it right here because the bats are still working pretty well here. And they just need to get a few more runs, make this one even more interesting than it is. So Cumbo, a single fanned and reached on an inning-ending fielder's choice, 1 for 3, and Witt's first pitch is a strike, 0-1. The count on Cumbo. Breaking ball is fouled over by the Mocs dugout. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Witt ready, and the pitch. That will be low, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to count here on E.J. Cumbo. Hard ground shot, knocked down. Great play at second by D'Onofrio. Throws him out, 1 down. Mitch D'Onofrio dug that one out backhanded and made a tough play look pretty simple. So 1 gone. Here is Anthony Nunez. He has walked, scored, fanned, and flied to right. Officially 0 for 2. Mock just needs some shutdown innings here. Witt ready. Pitch on the way is swung on and missed by Nunez, 0-1. Next pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. Witt relieved Eric McAtee and struck out Nunez to end that 3rd inning. 1-1. Looks good and is. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Justin living down around the knees, and when you're down there, you're pretty good. 1-2 count. Fouled out of play down to the left side near the Spartans bullpen. And it remains a ball and 2 strikes here on Anthony Nunez. Our game in the top of the 5th. Inside and low, and it's 2-2. Witt to the belt, and the pitch. Got him, strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for Justin Witt. Second time he has gotten Nunez. 2 gone here in the 5th, and that'll get Luis Rodriguez to the plate. He has single, been hit with a pitch, scored both of those occasions. He also struck out back in the 3rd. So 2 gone, no one on here. And boy, this is exactly what the doctor ordered. Pitch by Witt is a strike, 0-1. Well, he is around the plate, that's for sure. At least the last few batters. 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Well, and I think Kavanaugh took one there. He's got to get up, walk around a little bit, and they'll give him a chance. That did not feel good. And they're going to come check him. They're going to come out and check him. Let's hope he's all right. Head coach Lance Necro, pitching coach Ryan Block, trainer out there to make sure he's okay. We've already seen LaCourie go out with an injury early in the game. Ryan Magdich now playing first base for the Mocs. And it looks like he's going to stay in. He's all right, it looks like. Good sign for the Mocs, to say the least. 0-2 count on Rodriguez. Foul down the line. And he remains 0-2. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Witt. Up and down in order to go, the Spartans, and boy, does that sound good to say. We are halfway home, game 1 of the doubleheader. 11-7 Tampa on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning here. Mocs down by 4, 11-7. And the first time in the game, the Florida Southern has gotten these Spartans out, up and down in order. Credit to Justin Witt for having a really, really good inning here for Florida Southern. Mitch D'Onofrio is going to start it off, then Sean Riley and Deontay Starks. All of those guys have hit so far here today. Mocs have 10 hits. Tampa has 12. And still quite a ways to go. Florida Southern's got 5 more shots here. D'Onofrio doubled, scored, walked, and scored. 1 for 1. Pitch is a called strike, 0-1. We mentioned earlier he has played against Tampa while at Eckerd and played really well against them, 7 for 17. Even threw an inning of pitching in relief in a loss. Pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Caney on in relief of Eli Thurman. Has pitched well in his appearance. Inside 2-1. Good fastball. D'Onofrio did not offer. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. D'Onofrio looking to hit it a long way. He's tied for 4th in the league with those 6 home runs. High, 3-2. He's also perfect in the field. Over 80 chances now, both putouts and assists. Three-two count. Pitch is hit in the air, and whoa, that's gone. Don't even look at that one. A long, long home run by D'Onofrio, and now it's 11-8. Holy mackerel, did he tag that one? His 7th home run of the year, his 21st run driven in. And he crushed it, and I mean crushed it. His 30th career home run, counting his time at Eckerd, 116 runs batted in. So here is Sean Riley, singled and doubled, scored once. Outside 1-0. Boy, that might have been the longest home run I've seen here in a long time. He just tattooed it. 1-0 is a called strike, 1-1. Riley with an RBI here today. Swing and a miss, good pitch. And it's 1-2 strikes here on Riley. Swing and a miss, got him. Nice pitch by Caney. And Sean Riley out for the first time today. And that will be the first strikeout for Alex Caney. So here is Starks. Starks got a base hit in both the first and third innings, driven in a couple of runs. Came in at 219, had been a little bit of a slump, but boy, he's broken out of it very nicely here today. Pitch by Caney is fouled out of play to the right. It's 0-1 here on Starks. 1 out, 1 in for the Mocs here in the bottom of the 5th. And so far today, the Mocs have scored multiple runs when they have scored. Swing and a miss. And now it's 0-2 here on Starks. Mocs had 4 in the first and 3 in the third. Tampa's big run was or inning rather was the third when they had 6. High for a ball, 1-2. Jevin Relaford on deck here for the Mocs. Need 3 to tie. Pitch is high for a ball, 2-2. Caney brings it, no question about that. Two-two pitch on the way. Popped it up. Short right field could be trouble, but nope, Cumbo will be there. And he will make the catch for out number 2. Earhart went out, but Cumbo had a much better look at it from his right field spot. So 2 gone here is Relaford. He has fly to right and reached on a fielder's choice, so officially 0 for 2. D'Onofrio with a home run to start the inning, but that Caney's gotten the last 2. There's a shot down the line. That's a base hit. That's going to roll to the wall, and Relaford can run. He is heading into second. He will stand up with a double. And the Mocs are in business again. For Relaford, his sixth double of the season. And now it's Ryan Magdich coming up. He replaced the injured Jeff LeCoury, and he flied out to the center fielder Layla in the third, 0 for 1. But he hit it pretty well, hit it pretty deep. He's a big guy. 2 gone now, and the runner at second. Hits are all even at 12. How about that? Good fastball for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch, bounces up. Boy, Relaford almost got caught in no man's land, but he gets back to second. Good stop that time by Garavito. 1 ball and 1 strike here now on Magdich. Magdich also pitches here for the Mocs. Probably has done more of that than hit. 1-1. Accidental swing, and it's 1-2. He is out of Beamsville, Ontario, Canada. Transfer from Cisco College. One, two. Caney, the long look at Relaford. He's got a big lead. Pitch is hit foul down the line at first, and it remains a ball and 2 strikes on Magdich. Magdich swings the bat pretty well. He doesn't get cheated up there either. One-two pitch, way outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes here on Magdich. Relaford at second, 2 gone, bottom of the 5th. Mocs down 3. Caney ready, runner going to go. Pitch is fouled out of play down the line. Is there a chance? No, it doesn't look like it. It's going to be a foul ball. Relaford was off for third. Mentioned earlier, he is 3 for 3 this year in stolen base attempts. So we'll do it again at 2-2. Low, 3-2. Boy, and it seems like Caney loses his hat on almost every pitch. Well, he comes at it hard. He's going after it. Count is full here on Magdich. Long look by Caney. Payoff on the way. Long foul ball. Holy cow. If he straightens that out, that is going to be on the batting cage in right field. Three-two on Magdich. Caney ready again. Relaford leads away. Good lead. Now they're going to go back to try to get him. And boy, Caney almost threw it into center field. Good job that time by Relaford to get back. He read it. And I'm sure Coach Lance Necro at third told him about it. Full count. Urso took that throw. He's trying to keep him close, but Relaford's pretty far off. Way outside, ball 4. Magdich draws the walk. So the Mocs get the tying run to the plate. And it'll be Ahmad Fitz, who's 0 for 3 today, grounded out twice and fanned. Relaford at second, and now Magdich at first. And Fitz stands in. Again, he has not played much this year. Pitch is a called strike outside corner, 0-1. Only had 11 at-bats prior to today, getting a chance to play in right field. It's made some nice plays out there. 0-1. Hard ground ball to second. Earhart is going to be there. He'll gobble it up and go to first. Doskow in time. Fitz is out, and so are the Mocs here in the fifth. They score one on the D'Onofrio home run. They get a hit, another hit, and a walk, and they're going to leave 2 runners on. We are through 5 here at beautiful Henley Field, downtown Lakeland, 11-8 Tampa on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Well, as you can see, this has not been a pitcher's duel so far. Far from it. Both teams with 12 hits. It has been one of those kind of games. But I can say this, it has started to settle down just a little bit. Maybe that's not good for the Mocs. They need 3 here. Tampa leads it by an 11-8 count as we get set to start play in the top of the 6th inning. Tampa will bring up its 9th place hitter, Nico Saladino, was singled once in 3 trips to the plate and came in to score. That was part of that 2nd inning 3-run rally. The big rally for the Spartans, obviously, 6 in the 3rd. Florida Southern with 4 in the 1st, 3 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 5th. Tampa's only had 1 in the last 2 innings off Justin Witt. First pitch to Saladino is a called strike, 0-1. Witt has come in and done a nice job. Has fanned 4. Couple of walks, giving up a run, and there is a base hit. Boy, Relaford did all he could. Base hit for Saladino into left center field, hit number 13 for Tampa. And that'll bring up Jordan Lala, the center fielder. Walked, singled twice, fanned, scored twice, driven in a couple. He's been busy. He's been doing what a leadoff hitter is supposed to do. So now the runner at first is Saladino, and he's got a pretty good lead. Not going to go. Pitch is fouled out of play to the left by Lala. It's 0-1. Saladino has only tried 1 steal this season, and he was successful. And they're going to throw over. Remember, you can't do that too many times. I think it's 2. Oh and 1 here on Lala. Good lead by Saladino. Pitch bounces up. Nice stop by Cavanaugh. And the runner, Saladino, does not attempt to go. Cavanaugh probably would have had him. Again, a pretty good lead at first by Saladino. Magdich holds him on. Witt ready. Runner is going. There's the throw down by Cavanaugh. Oh, he is dead. He is a dead duck. Not even close. Relaford over to take the throw. 6th time this year that Cavanaugh has thrown out a potential stealer, and that's going to get him right to the top in the Sunshine State Conference. He threw out Lala in the 1st inning, and now he makes it easy here on Saladino. And we had a really good look at it. He just threw to the base and hoped somebody would be there. And they were. Pitch is fouled, and it's 1-2 here on Lala. Relaford got over there. It was a great play. Lala up for the 5th time in the game, and we're in the 6th inning. 1-2. Fouled out of play to the left again. Looks like a little bit of stirring in the Spartan bullpen. We can see that one here down the left field line. Caney this year has pitched 18 innings in 5 appearances, so he may be getting to the end here. Ooh, that just missed. 2-2. Pitch by Witt. Ground ball to first. Magdic scoops. Going to flip over to Witt. Oh, Witt dropped the ball. Witt dropped the ball. Runner was dead at first base, but Witt's got to get an error on that. So that will put Lala at first and bring up Drew Earhart. Earhart today has singled, doubled, or singled twice, doubled, and walked. They haven't got him out. He's driven in 2 and scored 2. And now the runner at first is Lala. Pitch is a strike, 0-1. Good pitch by Witt. Well, that kind of stuff just happens once in a while. Just happens. 0-1 pitch is high for a ball, 1-1. Witt was there in plenty of time. Throw was perfect. 1-1 count. Pitch is swung on and missed. Boy, big roundhouse curveball. And it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes here on Earhart. Mops would like to get him out today. Throw over to first. And Lala back easily. Again, he got tossed out in the first inning, but he did steal one in the third. He's got 16 steals this year. He's not afraid to go. 1-2 pitch, high and tight, 2-2. 2-2 count on Earhart. Pitch is swung on and missed. Got him. They got Earhart for the first time today. That will be the first out here in the year, second out rather in the inning. And for Justin Witt, strikeout number 5, so he's punching out some Spartans. Here's Urso. They haven't got him out either. 3 singles and a walk. Pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. Our game in the 6th, 11-8 Tampa. One-0 pitch, check swing, strike, 1-1. One on Urso. Runner bluffs going inside. Urso said, "Did I get hit?" Umpire said, "Nope, 2-1." Couldn't sell it. Two-one count. Now throw to first. I believe that's 2, so he probably can't do any more here. Two balls, 1 strike. Lala is going to go. Pitch is swung on and missed. The throw. This one sails into center field. That's going to get Lala to third. And so it'll be a stolen base and an error on the catcher. Mocs commit their 3rd error in the game. Kavanaugh just got a little overexcited on that one. So he's nailed 2, and Lala has stolen twice on him. He nailed Lala once, and then he just finished off nailing Saladino. So now runner at third with 2 gone. And he needs to get Urso here. 2-2 pitch. Got him. Strike 3. Good job by Witt, now fans 6 for the Mocs. 1 hit, 1 error, 2 errors actually in the inning, and 1 runner left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Mocs need 3. It's 11-8 Tampa on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Part of the order for the Mocs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 11-8 in favor of Tampa. Mocs have had some errors here today. Have not really hurt them too badly. Last inning had a couple and did not hurt them. So let's hope it stays that way. It's going to be Kavanaugh, Safrowicz, and Berry, first 3 scheduled batters. And again, it's 11-8. Tampa has now been held scoreless the last 2 innings of the game, so that's a good sign. Like I said, I thought the game would eventually settle, but boy, it has taken a while. So here's Kavanaugh. He has singled twice and walked, scored a run. They have not gotten him out either today. And again, top 10 in 10 different categories in the Sunshine State Conference heading into play today. Pitch by Caney is just a bit low, 1-0. 1-0 on Kavanaugh. Caney ready. Pitch swung on and missed, 1-1. Well, we mentioned the last inning, Caney does bring it. He throws some heat here. 1-1, ground ball. Urso with a big pickup. Throw to first in time. What a play by J.D. Urso out at short. Took a hit away from Kavanaugh. Ranged into the hole. Behind the mound, left-handed glove pickup and a fire to first to Doskal. 1 away. So here's Bryce Safrowicz. Safrowicz hit into a double play in the 4th, grounded out in the 2nd. Got a double and an RBI back in the 1st. Boy, tough break for the Mocs. That ball looked like it was going to get through. Pitch is swung on and fouled right at home plate there by Safrowicz. It's 0-1. Connor Berry on deck, and he's hit a couple today. Then D'Onofrio, he's hit one. Mocs been getting the long ball. Now they're starting to get what they needed from the pitching side of it. Called strike, it's 0-2. Yeah, bottom line is Eric McAtee just didn't have it today. It's, it happens. 0-2. Check, did he go? No, he did not. 1-2 inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Safrowicz. Pitch on the way. That's hit down the line in right. Let's see if it's going to be in. I think it will be. Cumbo will be at the line and will make the catch for out number 2. So to get Connor Berry to the plate, 2 home runs and a pop up to the third baseman Nunez right around the mound. (11-8) our score. We are in the 6th. Pitch is hit off the pitcher to Urso. Long throw, and did they get him? They did. The ball glanced off at Kenny, the pitcher. Urso got it in deep short and threw out Berry by a step. It goes 1-6-3. If you're keeping the book at home, in the 6th, the Mocs go out in order, nothing across. We go to the 7th. Tampa leads at 11-8 on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. We go to the 7th. E.J. Doskal will start it off here for Tampa. Doskal, Garavito, and Cumbo. First 3 scheduled batters in against Justin Hewitt, who was doing a really nice job for the Mocs. He came in the midst of that 6-run third inning, actually right at the end of it. He struck out Anthony Nunez. Since then has given up only 1 run and is basically right now, as we get set to start play in the 7th, he's given his team a chance to stay in it. Mocs still need 3 to tie, but Witt has done a really good job of keeping it kind of right where it is. And he needs to keep doing it because now we're into the final 3 innings of the game. So here is Doskow, as we mentioned. He has walked twice, singled, sacked, fly, driven in a couple. First pitch by Witt, bounces up, and a good stop by Kavanaugh, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes here on Doskow. And that pitch will hit him. Oh, he kind of ducked into it, but it was a curveball. And so he will go down to first base to start the 7th inning. You can say he tried to avoid it, but he actually just turned right into it. So here's Garavito. He has been hit with a pitch, struck out, got on an error and scored, and hit into a fielder's choice. So he's looking for his first hit. Pitch is way outside by Witt, 1-0. The count. Witt has only thrown 13 innings through 9 appearances, so this is his longest stretch by far. You wonder whether there might be some activity in the bullpen as the pitch comes in low, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes here on Garavito. Doskow at first, nobody out. Bad low again. So 3 in a row now by Witt that have been very low, which means he's probably having a little mechanical issue in terms of gripping the baseball and throwing it. 3-0 pitch will be there at the knees, 3-1. He has been good at the knees and just maybe missed those first 3 here. 3-1 on Garavito. Long fly ball center field. Stark's going back. He will have room, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Garavito hit it well, but Starks had a beat on it all the way. So here's E.J. Cumbo. He singled, struck out, reached on a fielder's choice, and grounded out. 1 for 4 with a run batted in. The runner at first is Doskow. Probably not a threat to run here. First pitch by Witt is inside for a ball. Another great stop there by Kavanaugh. 1 ball, no strikes to count here on Cumbo. High, 2-0. Doskow not a very big lead at first. Magdich holds him on. 2-0 pitch is fouled out of play to the left. It's 2 balls and 1 strike in the Spartans bullpen, and that'll scatter a few people. Two balls, 1 strike here on Cumbo. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Witt. Had Cumbo chasing it upstairs. 2-2 count on E.J. Cumbo. Pitch by Witt, way outside, 3-2. So now we will see whether Doskow will go. Again, I don't think he's much of a threat to steal. I'd be surprised if they send him here. Not going. Pitch is hit in the air. Should be playable. Pretty deep, though. Back to the fence for deeper than I thought. It's going to be caught there by Safrowicz, and he banged into the fence as soon as he caught it. Well, again, what wind we have is going right to left. Might have gotten a little bit of a boost there. So here is Nunez. Nunez has fanned twice against Witt so far. Prior to that, he had walked, scored, and then flied to right. So he is 0 for 3 with a run scored. Two outs, and Doskow at first. High outside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes here on Nunez. Good strike at the knees, 1-1. Well, Witt has been effective, no doubt about that. 6 strikeouts in the game. Couple of walks. Chopper over the middle, could be trouble, base hit center field. Tosco will go to second and stay there. And Nunez is aboard with his first hit of the game and the Spartans' 14th base hit of the contest. So here is Rodriguez. He has fanned twice, been hit with a pitch and singled, scored a couple. And again, another key spot here for Florida Southern. Mox can't afford to get much further down in the 7th inning. 11-8 our score. And Witt needs to get out of it right here if he can. Pitch is a curveball strike, 0-1. And I don't think Rodriguez liked it a whole lot. No balls and 1 strike on Rodriguez. Witt ready. Just missed inside. Mock fans thought they had strike 2. One. Toscow at second, Nunez at first. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. 2-2. Nice pitch by Witt. Two on the designated hitter for the Spartans. Pitch by Witt, fouled out of play to the right. We'll do it again. And the Mox bench has to jump a little bit as that ricocheted over towards them. One, two on Luis Rodriguez. Pitch by Witt. Outside corner. Mock fans thought they had strike 3 there. Mock fans are not liking the calls here, these last batter here. It's 2-2 though on Rodriguez. Witt is nibbling at those corners trying to get that 3rd strike. 2-2. Foul ball down the line at third, and it'll remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our game in the top of the 7th, game 1 of the doubleheader. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is hit into the air. Second baseman D'Onofrio circling around out there, and he will glove it for the 3rd out to retire the side. A big out here for the Mox, just what they needed as Rodriguez pops out to end it. In the 7th, there was a hit. There was a hit batsman and 2 runners left on. We go to the bottom of the 7th, game 1 of the doubleheader. Mox need 3. It's 11-8 Tampa on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning here. Alex Caney remains on the mound here. He's pitched well in relief, as has Justin Witt for the Mox. Mitch D'Onofrio's going to start it. Boy, he's had himself a day. Walk scored, double scored, home run. He scored. He scored all 3 times he's been up against the Spartans. It's D'Onofrio, Sean Riley, and Deontay Starks here in the 7th. Again, Mox need 3. No one has scored since the 5th, and boy, the way this thing started out, that's hard to believe. Pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. And the Mocs second baseman. And a call strike, 1-1. D'Onofrio is approaching, and won't get it this weekend, but approaching 500 career at-bats, counting his time at Eckerd. Good curveball that time by Caney, 1-2. That might have been his best breaking ball of the day. 1-2. Low, 2-2. Couldn't get the pitch to do what he did the previous one on that one. So it's 2-2 now on D'Onofrio. Mocs need base runners. Down 3 here in the 7th inning of game 1. 2-2. High fly ball. Center field. Walla there. 1 away. So here is Sean Riley. Riley's had a good day at the plate. Single in the first, double scored and drove in one in the third, and then fanned in the 5th. So he is 2 for 3. Again, some activity in the Spartans bullpen, but we don't know what that means. First pitch is fouled right back to us. It's 0-1 now on Sean Riley. Tampa with 14 hits, the Mocs with 12. Florida Southern uncharacteristically with 3 errors, but they really one hurt, but not the other 2. There's a called strike. It's 0-2 now on Riley. Have been a few unearned runs, though, and I guess you could say that did hurt, that first error. Pitch is fouled out of play by Riley over near the Mocs dugout, and everybody better be paying attention over there. 0-2 count on Riley. Pitch by Caney. Shot down the line and left. That's going to get down for a base hit. Going to go to the wall on 2 hops. Rounding first on his way into second is Riley. He will pull in with his second double of the game. And the Mocs now with 14 base hits. Riley now with 4 doubles this season. And 3 hits in the game. So here's Deontay Starks. Starks singled his first 2 times up, drove in runs both times, and then flied out to Cumbo and right in the 5th. One out, a runner at second. Pitch is a strike, 0-1, and that's the fastball that Caney can throw. And when he cranks it, he can crank it with the best of them. 0-1 on Starks. Fouled out of play to the right, and it's now 0-2 on the Mocs center fielder. Jevin Relaford on deck here in the 7th. Mocs are down 3 but have a runner at second. High 1-2. 1-2 on Deontay Starks. Sean Riley at second. 1 down in the 7th. Big lead by Riley. Pitch is fouled out of play again to the right. And remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Toskow gave it a look over there, ran all the way over towards the fence, but had no chance to make the play. So it's 1-2 now on Deontay Starks. 1 gone in the 7th. Caney ready. Pitch is chopped foul. And a good job by Starks just to stay alive. 1-2 is the count. Mocs are on the road next weekend. They play at St. Leo, not very far from here, about an hour north, if that. 1-2. High and away, 2-2. Riley is probably not thinking about trying to steal third. Mocs need base runners here. 2-2 pitch is hit into the air. And that should be playable in center again for Lala. And he will make the catch. Riley bluffs going, but stays put at second. So 2 gone now. Here's Jevin Relaford. Relaford got a double back in the 5th. He had previously flied to right and reached on a fielder's choice. So he is 1 for 3. Game in the bottom of the 7th. It's 11-8 Tampa. 27 hits in this thing. And the pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. A little curveball didn't quite come up enough. And I guess we really shouldn't be surprised that there's 27 hits. I mean, both these teams hit over 300 as teams. 1-0 is high 2-0. Ryan Magdich on deck if Relaford can keep this inning going here. Two-0. Look good and is 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike here on Relaford. Riley leads away. Pitch shot right to the third baseman. Caught by Nunez right at his shoe tops for the 3rd out to retire the side. In the 7th, the Mocs get a hit, and they leave 1 runner on. We go to the 8th. Tampa leads at 11-8 here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. New pitcher for the Mocs as we get set to play here in the top of the 8th inning. Kerry Wright coming on. He is 0-0 with a 3.86 earned run average. His 10th appearance of the season. He's been basically a 1-inning pitcher. 9 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned. Has walked a few, 7, and fanned 9 opposing batters, hitting .257 against Kerry Wright. He comes on to replace Justin Witt, who did a really, really good job. Witt went 4 1/3 innings, gave up 3 base hits and a run. He had 6 strikeouts and a couple of walks. So what he's done, he has kept the Mocs in it, given them a chance. But right now, Florida Southern down to their final 6 outs here in game 1 of the doubleheader. And, of course, as with Witt, it is Wright's job now to keep it right here. And he'll face Nico Saladino, the number 9 hitter, and then we'll get back to the top of the order. As now the Spartans have gone through their batting order 5 times in this one. Saladino was the 45th batter to come to the plate for Tampa. And he has had 2 singles, a fly out and a ground out, has scored 1, and been thrown out trying to steal. First pitch by Kerry Wright will be fouled over by the Mocs dugout. And it's no balls and 1 strike here on Saladino. Kerry Wright out of Orlando, transfer from Houston. And there's looked good. Oh, I thought that was a strike, but it's a ball 1-1.
Kerry Wright from Lake Nona area. Shout out Central Florida. I'm always biased for anyone from Orlando. So
now I wonder why.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch fouled out of play, 1-2.
He's done really well, though. Had kind of a tough outing, 13th against IUP. Kind of bases loaded. I think it was 10 straight balls in a row, and kind of a tough spot. Williamson actually came in and kept only. I think there was only 1 run in the end in that whole outing. But he's done pretty well. Like you said, kind of a one-inning guy, top of the 8th. I assume we'll see potentially another pitcher at the top of the 9th. But like you said, down 3 runs. Mocs have done pretty well the last couple innings on the mound anyways, and so still need to get a couple runs here to try to even the score or get ahead. But right now it's up to Kerry Wright.
The wind by the big right-hander. He'll throw it high for ball 4. So Saladino starts the inning with a walk, and that gets us back to the top of the order. Jordan Layla will come up. For the 6th time in the game, he has a couple of base hits, a couple of RBIs, a couple of runs scored, and a couple of stolen bases. So he's done a little bit of everything here. Let's see if there is a runner at first. So we'll check that out here. But there will be a pinch runner for Saladino at first. So here is Lala. Showing bunt, runner going to go. Throw down is high, and a great catch by Relaford, and he almost got the runner. But it's going to be a stolen base for the pinch runner. And now it is an 0-1 count here on Lala with no one out and a runner at second. We're still looking here for the pinch runner.
It's number 40, Jose Cadenas. He entered. I think we may have a similar kind of situation of some fielding changes coming into the bottom of the 8th, and then eventually sticking with it. So may see probably a couple more changes. You mentioned before we went on air about the kind of a pattern with Coach Urso on some kind of late changes, pinch runners. Get some people fast. Obviously, you saw the speed there by Cadenas, so not too surprising.
Swung on and missed. Great pitch there by Wright. Takes care of Lala, one away. Well, Mr. Cadenas, believe it or not, although we don't see him play very much, he's actually played 117 career games for the University of Tampa. He has been around here a while. So here is Earhart now, speaking of someone who's played a lot of games. He fanned his last time up, and that's the first time they got him out. Pitch by Wright is just off the plate, 1-0. 2 singles, a double, and a walk. Scored 2, drove in 2. One going, the runner at second is Cadenas, and it's high and away, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes here on Drew Earhart, who I would think in 6 years at Tampa has played in a few of these. 2-0. Ground ball towards third. It's a fair ball. Throw across the diamond is in time. Earhart is out, number 2. Nice play by Sean Riley. Hugged the line, but he stayed right with it. So 2 gone now, and here is J.D. Urso. Urso struck out his last time up. He's had 3 singles and a walk in his previous 4 at-bats. So 2 gone now, runner at second. And again, the Mocs need to keep it close. Pitch to Urso by Wright is inside for a ball, 1-0, and Wright didn't like that one, you could see. One-0 count on Urso. Right to the belt. The 1-0 rather. That's way out, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on the Spartan shortstop. Right comes set. 2-0. Right there, 2-1. Urso taken all the way. Cadenas at second with 2 gone here in the 8th. Spartans lead it 11-8. Pitch by Wright. High fly ball, center field. Stark going back near the fence, but he'll be there, and he will make the catch for the 3rd out. to retire the side. So a good 8th inning by Kerry Wright. There was a walk, and that runner was left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Mocs need 3 to tie. It's 11-8 Tampa on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Looks like we may have a new Spartans pitcher come in too as well here. And we'll check that out momentarily. We do know that Lala has gone to left, and Cadenas now stays in the game and plays center. It looks like the Spartans do have another pitcher, the third one in the game here. And we will check out. It looks like it is Paul Sullivan. Sullivan will come in. He is a right-hander, 2.35 ERA, 0-2 this year. 9th appearance for the Spartans, 15 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 4 walks, 19 strikeouts in 15 innings. Opponent hitters hitting only $176 against him. So it looks like he's got a little bit of a sidearm twinge to him here, but a really good job by Caney. He goes 5 innings. He gives the Mocs 4 hits. He does give up some runs, but he has held the fort here. He's only given up actually 1 run. Held the fort here really nicely for his team. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Ryan Magdich to start it off. He has walked and flied to center. 0 for 1. Came on in relief of the injured right-hander getting ready to go. Injured LaCory, in the first. And that's going to back Magdich off the plate. It's a ball, 1-0. LaCory got hurt on a play at first base and came out. And we'll see if he's ready for game 2. It's really hard to tell here. Pitch to Magdich. It's going to be low, and it's 2-0. So Caney, 5 innings, 4 base hits, and a run. Pitch is hit hard to first. Nice play by Koskow, and he will step on the bag. Magdich out number 1 here in the 8th. So Doskow with a good play there for the Spartans, 1 down. So here's Ahmad Fitz. Fitz is 0 for 4 today. Has grounded out 3 different times, twice to Earhart at second, once to Urso at short, and also fanned. Pitch is hit high in the air. Let's see if it's a chance to drop. I don't think so. Cadenas is there, and he will make the catch for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the 8th inning. And that'll get Drew Cavanaugh to the plate. 2 singles, a walk, and a ground out. So 2 for 3 in the game. Left-handed batter. Caney had 1 walk and 1 strikeout in the game, and if Cavanaugh takes a strike, it's 0-1. 2 outs, no one on, bottom of the 8th. Mocs down to their final 4 outs. Pitch by Sullivan is a called strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here on Cavanaugh. Sullivan ready. Sidearm deliveries. Swung on and missed. He got Cavanaugh. First strikeout for Sullivan. A clean inning for the Spartans reliever as the Mocs go out in order, nothing across. We go to the 9th. Mocs down 11-8 on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Gary Wright stays in for the Mocs as we get set to start play here in the top of the ninth. And you can see by these stats, it has been a battle here. Tampa with that big 6-run third inning right now. That's really the difference in the game. Florida Southern has had its share of hits, had some opportunities, but in the last few innings, pitchers have finally dominated. Boy, they sure did not dominate early. In fact, since the fourth inning, since the fourth inning, both teams have only scored once. All the other runs were in the first 3 innings. It was 10-7 after 3 innings. Tampa in the lead as the starters, Eric McAtee for the Mocs and Eli Thurman for Tampa, they were out pretty quickly here in this game. So here's E.J. Doskow, the first baseman. He'll start it off here in the 9th inning against Wright. He has a single, 2 walks, a hit batsman, and a sac fly. And Wright's first pitch is swung on and missed 0-1. So he is 1 for 1 and has been on base 4 times. It's been that kind of game. 0-1 pitch is hit on the ground, foul down the line. And it's now 0-2 here on Doskow. Doskow, Garavito, and Cumbo. First 3 scheduled batters here for Tampa in the 9th. Oh, 2. Low, 1-2. Doskow now with 19 runs batted in this season after those 2 early RBIs in the first and second innings. 1-2. Way inside, 2-2. And Wright knew it. He wasn't happy with himself. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Doskow. Right ready, and the pitch. High pop-up. Should be playable for Relaford. It's short. Just on the grass, makes the catch, 1 away. Well, we wondered whether the game would settle down, and it certainly did. Like I said, it's only a 1-1 standoff since the top of the 4th inning. So here's Garavito. Hit by a pitch, Fan got on an error, got on a fielder's choice, flied out. No hits, and 1 run scored. It's 4-1-0 for Garavito. Wright trying to close it out here in the 9th, give his team a chance. Curveball is inside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes here on Garavito. Pitch by Wright is low. It's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes here on Garavito, the catcher for the Spartans here in the 9th inning. Fouled right back to us. It's 2-1. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, it's Safrowich, Berry, and D'Onofrio. Those are 3 pretty good ones. 2-1 pitch. Fouled again right back to us. It's 2-2. Two here on Garavito. Right ready. And the pitch. That's outside, 3-2. Curveball. Could not find the zone. 3-2 on Garavito. Payoff pitch by Wright. Ball 4. Second walk issued now by Kerry Wright. Walked 1 in the 8th, but did not hurt him. Had to bring up E.J. Cumbo. He's got a single, a strikeout, a fielder's choice, a ground out, and a fly out. So officially 1 for 5. And we got a pinch runner coming in here now. And it looks like it's T.J. Palma. We saw him yesterday. So that means there'll be a new catcher for the Spartans in the 9th inning. And we'll see whether there's another new pitcher. Dalton Ross pitched yesterday with that wicked sidearm. Got a save for his team as the throw over to first. No chance to get the runner there. Palma has not attempted a steal and isn't now. Pitch is swung on and missed. No balls and one strike here on combo. Right ready. 0-1. Way outside, 1-1. One ball, one strike on combo. Palma, the pinch runner at first. Runner gonna go. Pitch is swung on and missed. The throw down is out. Oh, he got him again. Great job that time by Kavanaugh. And once again, Relaford takes the throw. 2 gone. And boy, I'm telling you what, Mr. Kavanaugh, when he gets his mind made up, you're not going to take the base on him. He's tossed 3 of them out here today. 1-2 count now on combo. And again, we have a perfect look at it. He just throws to the base. Pitch is low for a ball, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes here now in combo. Swing and a miss. Got him. Good job by Wright coming in, his second strikeout. We are going to the bottom of the 9th. Final chance. Let's go get a Mox. Tampa leads at 11-8 on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. And we are ready to go here in the bottom of the 9th inning, and Dalton Ross is indeed coming in here for the University of Tampa. Got a save here yesterday, a wicked, wicked sidearm right-hander. And he's going to face Safrowich, Berry, and D'Onofrio, and all of them hit right-handed. We saw this yesterday with Coach Urso from Tampa. He knows that this guy can be really tough to hit in this circumstance. If you're a right-handed batter, facing a guy like this, it's kind of like going to the dentist and knowing that there's a bad drill coming somewhere. You just don't like to face this kind of pitcher. The Mocs did not get him yesterday. We'll see if they can get him here today. And the Mocs have the right guys up, although they all are right-handed batters, Safrowich, Berry, and D'Onofrio. And the new catcher is Danny Gutcher, and I think he knows D'Onofrio because he transferred to Tampa from Eckerd. I would think they were teammates last year. So the final chance for the Mocs, it's 11-8 Tampa. The Mocs have not scored since the 5th inning. Tampa got shut out from the 4th inning on. So here's Safrowich. He is 0 for 3 today. Actually 1 for 4, my bad. He got a double and an RBI back in the 1st inning, scored a run. But since then has gone out 3 times. So Dalton Ross trying to get a save here. Sullivan went an inning and was perfect and had a strikeout. And the key to a right-handed batter is you got to stay in there against him, even though it's really hard to do. Sidearm pitch, and he stays in and takes a strike, 0-1. Well, once you see a guy, you get a sense of what he's going to do. And hopefully that will help a little bit. 0-1. Fouled out of play, it's 0-2. 0-2 count. Swung on and missed. Got him. So Saffordwood strikes out to open the ninth, and the Mocs are down to their final 2 outs. Here's Connor Berry. Berry hit home runs in the first and third innings and popped the third and grounded out on a wicked shot that went off the pitcher, Caney, and went to Urso at short, and he was able to throw Connor out by a step. Pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. Again, very much similar to what we saw last night with Ross here in the ninth. Swing and a miss by Connor, 1-1. Curveball didn't look like it had a lot on it, but a little high, and Connor couldn't get it. 1 ball, 1 strike on the Mocs designated hitter. Chopper high over towards first, and it will be a foul ball, and it's 1-2. One-two count here on Berry. Pitch is chopped towards the middle. Urso can't get it. Base hit center field for Connor Berry. His 3rd hit in the game. And the Mocs now with 14 in the game. Here's D'Onofrio. A walk, a double, a homer, and a flyout. And D'Onofrio's homer in the 5th is probably still going. Mocs definitely need base runners. And here we go. Not a big lead by Berry at first. Pitch is just outside, 1-0 here to D'Onofrio. Has scored 3 times here today for the Mocs. 1-0, outside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes here on D'Onofrio. Ross to the belt. 2-0. Called strike, 2-1. Didn't look like D'Onofrio really liked that one a whole lot. 2-1. Shot up the middle. Urso gloved it, flips to Sell. He can't flip it. He could not get the ball out of his glove. And all hands are safe. Berry gets to second. D'Onofrio going to get an infield single at first. And now it's first and second with 1 gone. Maybe a chance here for the Mocs in the 9th. Sean Riley, the batter. Got a double his last time up. Had 2 in the game and a single. 3 for 4 so far for Riley. 1 driven in. Well, the Mocs are doing well against that side armor this time around. Runners lead away, first and second. Pitch low, 1-0. Dante Starks on deck. 1-0. Way outside, 2-0. Starting to look promising. 2 balls, no strikes here on Riley. Will he be taking? He's a good hitter. He took, it's a strike, 2-1. You want to make him throw a strike. That was a pretty good one. So now he'll be turned loose. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball foul down the line at third, and now it's 2-2. Some activity in the Spartans bullpen down the left field line. Coach Joe Urso not taking any chances here. Riley, a big hitter here for the Mocs. Key spot in the game. 2-2 pitch. Got him. Struck him out. That hurts. So the Mocs are down to their final out. It's Dante Starks. He had 2 base hits his first 2 times up, drove into. Since then, fly to center, fly to right. Mocs are down to their final out. 15 hits. And right now, that's not enough. Pitch is a curveball for a strike, 0-1, and that may be the best curveball he's thrown here in this inning. 0-1 on Starks. Trying to keep it alive. Chopper, that could be tough. Glove, nice pickup by the third, over to first in time. Great play by Nunez. The Mocs are out in the ninth, and the Spartans will win game one of the doubleheader. In the ninth, 2 hits for the Mocs. They leave 2 runners on. The final score in game one of the doubleheader, Tampa wins it by a score of 11-8. Tampa now goes to 19-4 overall, 8-0 in conference play. The Mocs have now lost 3 in a row, 16-7, 3-2 in Sunshine State Conference play. We're going to take a 1-minute break down the line, come back, wrap up game one, get you ready for game two. Mocs need to win that third game here to salvage the final game in this series. 11-8 again, the final score. We're back after this on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Well, from the fourth inning on, it was a 1-1 standoff between the Mocs and the University of Tampa Spartans. But, boy, those first 3 innings, there was a lot going on in this contest. Tampa scored 10 runs in those first 3 innings against Florida Southern. The Mocs, they scored a bunch themselves. They scored 7, but as it turned out, it was not enough, as the Spartans will win it by a final count of 11-8. 3 hits by Earhart, 3 hits by Urso to lead Tampa. Lala had 2, as well as Saladino. For the Mocs, 3 hits, 2 home runs by Connor Berry, 3 hits by D'Onofrio, including a homer, and 3 hits by Sean Riley, including an RBI and a couple by Starks. But in the final analysis, just not enough for the Mocs as they fall here in game one of the doubleheader by a count of 11-8. Final totals, Tampa had 11 runs, 14 hits, and no errors. And the Mocs had 8 runs, 15 hits, and 3 errors. The winning pitcher in the game will be Alex Caney. He gets the win in relief. He's 1-0. The loss comes to Eric McAtee, the starter. He is now 2-3 for Florida Southern. So the Mocs come up short here in game one of the doubleheader. We're probably going to have about a 30-minute break, maybe a little longer. I don't know. We'll see before we get game two. But a really tough one here for the Mocs. They got close. They were within striking distance, and all credit to the Mocs relief pitchers today. Justin Witt pitched 4 1/3 innings of 3-hit ball, gave up 1 run, and Kerry Wright came in and closed it out with 2 scoreless innings. But as I said, it just wasn't enough here as the Mocs come up short 11-8. Well, we're going to go ahead and take around a 30-minute or so break. My thanks to Carl Van Gilder here for working game one of this long doubleheader. We got game two coming up probably in around 35-40 minutes. It'll be the Mocs in Tampa, and we're looking forward for you to be with us for the second game of the doubleheader. Final score again, 11-8 Tampa. I'm Jim Henderson. We're back in a half hour on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.